Yeah, I was rollerblading at Seminole High School.
And he chipped half his tooth, so he comes home with it. So my parents like emergency.
He comes home with the tooth?
No, yeah.
I had
they
to
went,
half a
they
tooth.
went and had an emergency. Like the guy came in on a Saturday to glue his tooth back on.
It was Super Bowl Sunday.
So later that day, we were wrestling or something, and I fell back, and my elbow hit his tooth, and it totally broke again.
Oh my god!
And then the doctor said, "Fuck it."
Yeah, fuck it.
Just gives you a new.
We're gonna pull it and give you the whitest tooth that we have.
We're not gonna match it.
We're gonna make sure it does not fucking match.
We're gonna hope you catch up. Never did.
Hopefully you brush the rest of them.
No. Well, I'm just trying to like stain it.
It's easier just to stain one than to whiten all the rest of them.
Like instead of like doing a whitening strip, I'll just do
He
like.
just puts out a Newport on it.
Or I'll like put that tooth in a K-cup with a little bit of water, so it's just like cold coffee water, and it just like tries to stain it.
Rub some Nick Keefe on there.
Hell yeah.
Instant coffee. No, it's an instant coffee.
Dude.
That I smuggled out.
Yeah.
I still got it. We should drink a cup.
We should drink a cup.
All right, let's get this fucker rolling.
Are we rolling? Do we need headphones?
If you want them.
You don't need them.
Jake, you want to wear them? You don't need them.
Okay.
You're gonna mess up his hair.
Yeah, we don't want to mess up
Am I
your
not
hair.
going to be able to hear you guys talk?
No, yeah.
No, yeah. You
I
can.
just like him
you
because
can
I
hear
can.
him right now.
I know, it was a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck.
All right. Yep.
All right, so this podcast is a very rare podcast. Extremely fucking rare. Today's special guest is Jake James, legend of Pinellas County, and his brother Luke James.
Not so much a legend.
Mini legend in his own right.
Also a legend.
Yeah. Our mom had 2 boys that were all over TV.
Yeah. We're already stars.
As seen on TV.
I was on TV for 3 days. How about you?
It was just like a solid day on Bay News 9.
So it was a classic, though.
Jake, for everybody out there who's not from this area, who may not know who you are, give us like just introduce yourself.
Oh, this isn't local?
No, it's not. Yeah, it's local too,
No,
but
it's
it's
not.
also national.
It's the local channel
A
only.
little bit about myself?
Yeah, just give me the elevator pitch of who Jake James is.
Well, it's a complicated and long story.
He's never been in an elevator, so he's gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, I mean, been on an escalator. Been one of those fast walking things in the airport. I don't know what you call those.
That's a fast walking sidewalk.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's like a flat escalator.
I like it.
Yeah.
Called a moving road that you can walk on.
All right. Well, I don't fucking know, dude. Like,
You don't know who you are?
I don't know.
Does anybody?
No, not really.
The Florida man.
I'm still kind of trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I've just done a lot of dumb shit. Like when you're a little kid where you touch the stove, you know it's hot.
Yep.
I pretty much do that with every aspect of my life.
Just touch. Yeah, that's a
And
good way
I
to.
forget about it and do it the same thing the next day.
But he doesn't touch it. He just like puts his face on it.
Yeah.
Right. It's to the extreme.
Yeah.
It's not just the touch.
It's not just like a.
It's pretty much
It's like, oh, I kind of like that.
Well,
Oh,
me,
that's cool.
me summed up real quick is I'm either not doing it or I'm all the way fucking in kind of deal.
All in or all out.
Yeah. There's no middle
You and Luke are
ground.
the same in that aspect.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that like an upbringing? Is that like something that was hardwired into you guys as young kids?
I think we get it from our mom.
Totally.
But
Dad too.
yeah, but
They're extreme.
they could handle it better than I could.
Because like you look right now how Luke looked like 8 years ago.
I know. It's
Yeah.
weird. We just switched kind of.
Well,
guys
Jake never looked like this.
Yeah, for sure.
He never looked this good.
I don't think I was ever that skinny.
No.
No, you're always ripped.
So ripped.
Cut up, dude.
Beefcake, man. It's all the HGH,
Yeah. It's doing good.
the protein.
I think you're taking like the racing horse steroids.
Straight in the ass.
What's
Twice a
the
week.
shirt? What's the shirt say?
Oh, sworn to fun, loyal to none.
What's that mean?
It's a motto from one of my good buddies' dads that just passed away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just gnarly biker dude. Didn't give a fuck.
Well done.
Pretty much like fuck everybody. You know what I mean?
I like that, dude.
Yeah. If it ain't fun,
Fuck
as well
it.
just fucking go home.
Right. Don't do it.
Because that's not fun.
Yeah. He made it, right?
Yeah.
You made the shirt?
Yeah. I just been making shitty shirts with vinyl iron-on letters.
Oh, okay.
I was thought I was gonna start an empire, just like every little thing I do. But it doesn't happen. Just like the Mountain Dew thing. I thought they were gonna kick Dale Jr. off and put me on Mountain Dew, but
You mean what Mountain Dew thing?
oh, when we shotgunned all those. Mountain
Okay,
Dews.
yeah. I was making sure because I know you have a Mountain Dew tattoo also,
Yeah.
right?
We got to get
Yeah.
a little backstory to the Mountain Dew thing. You can't just say it. Like
Oh,
everybody
okay.
knows.
Oh,
Yeah, give us a
forgot.
introduce
Lame
us
people
to.
out there.
What is the story of the Mountain Dew?
Okay, so the Mountain Dew thing started. I don't even know how that started. Was that your idea or my idea? It's
It
probably
was
yours.
someone's idea. I'm not
Well,
going to
no,
claim
you
it.
wanted me to do a suicide. Like, you know, when you're a kid, you hit the fountain.
You get all the sodas.
A little bit of soda. Luke
Yeah.
wanted me to do like a 12-pack of every different soda.
Okay.
Like how fast I could do it.
Yeah.
But then I started reading about all those people dying from like chugging water. So I'm like, Luke, I might die, dude. So he was like, all right, let's just do 6 tall boys of Mountain Dew, which was almost a gallon. I really didn't do the math, but it sounded better than 12.
Yeah. right.
I don't have time for math, but I'm into it.
6 tall boys, 12 dues. That sounds better.
But they don't have a conversion. Like, how many tall boys are in a gallon?
Yeah, there's
I
no
don't know. What's in a tall boy?
Well, there's
18 ounces?
128 ounces in
16.
a gallon.
16 ounce?
16.9.
16 times 6.
16.9. Oh, were you referencing these cans of liquid death?
Yeah, I was looking at the
What's that? That was like 96. It was 96 ounces of Mountain Dew. 128 ounces is a gallon.
And you chugged the whole thing?
Don't ask how I know that though.
Yeah, it's on the Frick YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Hit it up.
Damn.
It's about to blow up any day now.
Yeah, it's been on there for like 5 years. I think I got like 150 views. I thought I was gonna get out and be a superstar, but
We literally timed it, and it was how long? I think it was
a minute and 3
a
seconds.
minute and 3
For
seconds.
6 tall boy dudes.
Shotgun 6 tall boy
It
Mountain
hurt
Dews.
so bad.
Can
Okay,
by
so
can?
I was.
Were they code red or regular Dew?
They were regular dudes.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't fuck with that code red.
Okay, okay.
It's either real Dew, Baja Blast, or get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't hit me with that diet.
Yeah.
Hell
Oh,
no.
that was funny too because I was cooking at this shitty restaurant on the beach. It was like dollar taco day, so I'm just like jamming tacos while I'm cooking all day, and so we shotgunned all 6 of the Dews, and I was like, I just started puking, right? So I'm throwing up Mountain Dew, and then I hit the tacos, and I was like, all right, I'm good.
Oh, my God.
Sober you up a little bit from the dues.
No, I pretty much got them all out.
Really?
Yeah, but I didn't drink a Mountain Dew for like probably like a year after that.
You should show us the Mountain Dew tattoo. Oh,
The whole
scoot up a
can.
little closer.
The whole can.
Put it up to the mic.
Can I get some more Mountain Dew?
That
And,
thing is
And
gnarly.
I got that right there because I always see guys getting tattoos of like guns in their waistband. And I'm like, oh.
That's so funny. We were just talking about
And I
that.
was
The
like-
dude who put these floors in had that, and he's
I know.
like,
I'm like, that's pretty stupid. I'm like,
it's the
makes no sense.
lamest tattoo. you
So
can
I'm
get.
like, I want to get a fucking can of Mountain Dew in my waistband. Just pretty much like a fuck you.
oh my gosh. I was gonna ask you. I was just gonna ask a prison question, but then
Yeah.
I realized we didn't even like introduce that whole story yet.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, go ahead.
You've been to prison. How long were you in prison for?
I did total of 6 years. I got
Total.
a 7-year sentence. Florida, you have to do 85% of your time. So I ended up doing, like, give or take a couple days, 6 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And what did you go in for?
Armed burglary, armed robbery, possession of cocaine, possession of oxycodone.
Wow. That's a tongue twister.
I think that was it. Yeah.
That's a lot.
It sounds a lot worse than it is, though.
Yeah.
Do you want to give some backstory to the lead up?
Yeah.
Let it rip.
Oh. Where am I
Yeah,
starting?
so how do you
Where am I starting at?
how do you get arrested for?
Well, I mean,
Those
before he
charges.
gets arrested,
Yeah.
you got to understand like
the backstory
the
of the whole
monster,
thing.
how the
Yeah,
monster
so-
was made.
How was this monster born?
Okay, so I was kind of late doing drugs, I guess, as a kid. I was probably like
What's late?
16 maybe.
That's late.
I had a
That's
lot
not
of,
late.
Well, okay,
Right on cue.
All right, well,
Hard drugs? I mean, come on.
yeah, I mean, I tried coke for the first time at 16, but I didn't
That's not
do
late.
it. I didn't do it like a year or two after that. I didn't touch it.
Okay.
But I should have known that first time when I did it. I shouldn't have done it anymore.
right.
Because it's like that's all you want kind of deal.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I just got a super addictive personality kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of take off with it.
So
But,
you were 16 to 18 years old when you got
Yeah, but
introduced to
the
it?
people I ran with was kind of they were way earlier than me.
Yeah.
Kind of. And I would always say no, and then
Yeah.
just kind of started doing it. And everybody says like, "Oh, I'm selling drugs," but it's really like you're doing them and kind of getting them half price because you're selling a
You're
few of them.
peddling a little on the side.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of shit like that. So
You're just making your stash cheaper.
yeah. Well,
That's some good insight.
Wow, how do you know so much about this?
Well, we're no saints here. I mean,
yeah. So when I don't even know fucking how old I was. It was kind of a blur back then, but I got to hook up with a bunch of people that had a bunch of fucking like Vicodin and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I was selling those, and then I started like.
You were selling Vicodins?
Yeah. So I was actually selling them then. Wasn't really doing them, and didn't smoke weed. Didn't really like going out to bars drinking.
Yeah.
And then I started trying the pills, and it was like, oh, this feels fucking great.
Yeah.
So you pop them every day, and then I didn't have them one day, and I was talking to somebody, and they're like, "Oh, you're dope sick." I'm like, "What? Like a junkie? Like doing heroin or something?"
Random dude. Just
And I
told
was
you this?
probably, the guy I knew.
Okay.
That does them too. And then I don't even know how old I was then. I was probably like 18, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So then it just kind of spiraled from there. Just started doing just higher dose ones, and with all the pill mill shits around here too. It was
My God.
It was so easy, man. Like totally out of control.
Right, that was an epidemic time in Florida for sure.
Yeah,
you could
no,
just
it was
fucking go to doctors
like
and
you'd
get
go to these
scripts of pills.
You'd go to these doctors, man, and there's fucking 100 people outside waiting to
Right,
get
in
in,
line.
and there's
Oh,
people
yeah.
inside. They can't fit no more people in there, and it's all cash, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Dude, it's still like that though. I mean, my wife had to just go to the doctor, and they were like trying to prescribe her Vicodin. And she's like, "No, I really don't want it. I don't need it. I'm fine. I can get." She's like, "No, you need it. You need it." And they ended up like forcing her a bottle of Vicodin.
Yeah.
And
No,
she
but
was
these
threw it away.
Yeah. I mean, that's
get
what
like
you pretty
they're
much gotta
incentivized.
do. Like I got to tell them if something. I'm like,
Don't give it to me.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want to do it.
So how easy
back
was
to
it
that.
to get it? Like what is?
Oh, it was
were
so,
like some
it was
tricks
so
that you
easy.
pull on people?
I had when I was 15, I had screws in my hips. My hips are all fucked up, so I had X-rays, and I would just pretty much take them in there. And if I didn't have the X-rays, I knew what to tell them, so they kind of know you're not a cop or something like that, I guess.
Yeah.
So we would hit probably 5 or 6 of different ones a month, and I mean, and you're getting shit to where fucking put down a fucking elephant, dude.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, oh, I got a cough too. Let me get some of that promethazine or
Yeah.
Oh my
Tussinex.
God.
Oh, anything you wanted, you just tell them, be like, oh, I can't concentrate, or
At what age?
I got this. I think that was. Oh man, I was in high school. 2005. So
Jeez.
I was like early 20s.
Okay.
Probably like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. But yeah, that was totally out of control.
So pretty much, if you just like had an excuse and some cash, and you knew what to say, you could get whatever you wanted.
Yeah. That's all it is.
Yeah, it was more so the cash.
Were you drinking and eating these pills?
No.
Okay.
I was never a big drinker
They never-
at all.
Believe it or not, he never drank back
I
in the
never
day.
drank. Like
Really?
I always like.
There'd be like
you know how
some
people,
Smirnoff
you know how
Ice in
people
the
like
fridge.
have some
That's right.
drink.
Some
You know how
Zimas.
people.
Yeah, dude.
Like people have some drinks and they're like, oh, I want to go get some Coke.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want some Coke.
Yeah, fuck the drinks.
I'm like, I don't want to drink. Kind of
Holy
like that.
shit.
That's how I was. So I was totally out of my fucking mind all the
Wow.
time. Yeah. So like, I mean, like seeing people now, I'm like, oh, okay, I get why you drink and then do it. But I was just full blown,
Okay.
doing Coke, and then it got to the point to where I was dropping something off for somebody, and they were shooting up
Shooting up coke?
yeah. So they said, "You want to try it?" I go, "No." And then like a couple more times, I'd go over there, like different times, and one day I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, whatever." So tried that. I hated shooting up pills. I love shooting up Coke. I
Why?
would snort pills and shoot Coke. I don't know, because I have no idea. It was
You don't
just
remember?
kinda,
You can't remember like what? Was,
like a reason for it? No, I just felt like when you shot up pills, you just went through too many, and then I'm like, I don't want to
Okay.
be dope sick,
Right.
so I don't want to go through all my pills that quick.
Okay.
With the Coke, I mean, if you snort, whatever you do with it, you're gonna want it
Yeah, you're going for the
every few
rush.
minutes.
No matter what, you're
Yeah, but like that was like
You're
the
just
end all
chasing that
kind
next
of
one.
deal. Yeah. So I got to the point to where I was just banging Coke, snorting pills, kind of.
all day.
I mean, if I had it, yeah.
Wow.
And then that's just your whole life kind of just revolves around what are you going to do next to get money? Who are you going to scam?
Yeah.
What are you going to do kind of around?
Did you have
just
like a
some little
job? Did you have like
fucking
a
bill.
job or anything like at the time that was like holding you down, like any kind of stability in your life? Or
No, I mean, if there was, I never had like a serious job, so I never really took anything serious back then. If I didn't like it, I'd just be gonna be like, fuck you and leave.
Yeah.
Because, it's just kind of like, I'm working the same kind of jobs now, but
Yeah.
you stick with it because you have to, you know what I mean?
There's bills to pay now.
Yeah. So,
Walk me through the timeline, how that part of your life led up to the part where you got arrested.
got in trouble. Yeah, I mean, when you're hitting it that hard for so long, it's a matter of time because you're either riding around all day with shit, you're always doing something shady, illegal kind of deal like that. The people you hang out with, you're fucking hanging out with total fucking scumbags that do not give a fuck about you. Yeah, they're hanging out because you might be able to get something, and vice versa. You know what I mean? I would hang out with people I would never fucking hang out with.
Right.
So it's just kind of like that, and then you just get in this wrong crowd, and then just shit. You know what I mean? Just shit builds up, and everybody keeps going to the next level, to where it's just like something fucking bad's gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
So then, I guess basically like the first time I really got in trouble.
Luke, were you talking to him at all in this? Do you remember this? Do you remember this time?
Yeah, we didn't really ever have a great relationship, I think, between the ages of from whenever I can remember up until he got out of prison.
No, I mean we really connected in prison.
Yeah,
like through heavy metal and just kind of. It took me like 3 years of being sober in prison. Yeah. To kind of, if I would have gotten out before the 3 years, I would have got out and done the same thing.
You think?
But I know
Yeah,
so
well,
because I would some days I'd be like, oh man, this is so stupid. But then it's like, oh, I kind of just, if I got out right now, I just get high, man, like fuck this shit.
Yeah. Well, you skipped the whole part about how like you got arrested. You went to county for about 8 months.
Oh yeah. No, that's what I mean. I was getting to all that, but
yeah. We kind of took a little detour.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, I was with this dude.
It just seemed like at this point you're just like in a tornado of just like,
I mean, you're just kind of you're just on autopilot.
Yeah.
Like, just trying to get drugs, like not really. You don't care about nobody but yourself.
Right.
Kind of.
Yeah, you're just trying to get high.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's it.
Right.
And from my perspective too, it's like, it's like you show up to all these like family functions. If you do show up at all, like you show up and then you're like nodding out and like you're dope sick or like you don't want to be there and like you start fighting with everybody. And then it just like everybody just like wants you to be well, but like you're so caught up in your addiction that you don't recognize the help that's around you and like all the love that's surrounding you because you're just looking for that next fix.
Yeah, well, that too, but then it's like, you're fucked up.
Yeah.
You're not trying to hear fucking shit about it.
Yeah.
Like, you're
But
not
do you
trying
know
to get a
you're
hard
fucked
time.
up? Do you really know? Like,
Okay,
how much do you know?
No, it's really fucked up because like my booking photo was like, it was fucking horrible. Yeah. But you don't think you look that bad.
Okay.
And
Until you see that picture.
Until you see the pictures, or like now down the road, I'll look back on a lot of pictures and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck was I even thinking? Like, you're not thinking.
It's like a skull with eyeballs.
You do not. No, you do not. Like, I was 190 pounds when I got arrested, and I look fucking ridiculous, like under 200 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. So, and it's you think you look normal, like you're not on drugs. You think you look fucking normal.
Right. You always think you're getting away with it and people don't know.
Yeah, but like now I'm like, God, I'm like just how much shit I did, like seeing people, like, I mean, that's why like a lot of times I would just be like in my place, like by myself.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to see nobody. I don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Because like you can't fucking talk to anybody. Or you're so fucking coked out of your mind that you can't even look anybody in the eye. You're fucking looking on the ground.
My favorite.
You're like going to the store to get cigarettes, and you're just like, fuck, I hope nobody's in line. And then you're just like, if somebody's in line, you're just like, kind of like dancing around, just looking at the floor.
Yeah, you don't want to
like
stand
a fucking
still.
ballerina. Yeah, man. Just so nobody like looks you in the face. Because it's like, people know.
Yeah,
But
people know.
But I honestly did not think I looked as bad as I did. Or
Really?
You don't. Yeah, it's really weird how that that kind of happens.
So were there any actual family functions like this, or like in this?
I would never go.
You would never go.
I would never go.
Okay.
There's a couple.
Oh, Luke says there were.
There's a couple.
Well, probably a couple, but
Okay.
for the most part, I would always not go.
Yeah, you know,
Like family vacations, my mom would be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we're going to Mexico.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go? Yeah, I'll go. Jake, are you really
go.
gonna go? Yeah, I'll go. Buy me the ticket. We were like in high school.
Yeah.
So then the day would come like 5 in the morning. They're banging on my door. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck you. I'm not coming out. Pretty much that one time.
Yep.
And there was like, and then I had to leave. I think I didn't have no place to stay for like a week. So I was pretty much just like trying to scrounge up enough money to get a shitty hotel room. But there was a couple of days where I would just be walking around all night and then like sleeping on the side of somebody's house I knew, but I wouldn't tell them kind of I was there like that. Yeah. Like during the day I would do it. Yeah, it was
Fuck. Dude.
There was one like
Yeah.
Easter trip too. I remember where like we all went to Cocoa Beach. Like you two like ended up at like the DoubleTree north of the Air Force
Yeah, that's where
Base.
my mom would always take us.
And it was
to
like me
DoubleTree.
and Greg at like a Holiday Inn,
Yeah.
and Jake was supposed to come, and he ended
Oh,
up.
we came late?
You guys came for like one night. You showed up at like
Oh, we
3 a.m. and then you left
No,
at
we were-
like 7.
No, we were,
And y'all were like tearing ass across Florida in that old Oldsmobile that you had, just probably fucking getting booted the whole way.
oh dude, okay, that was so fucked because like that was probably like I had been new to doing blow then. And I was so fucking geeked out that we ended up leaving like, I think we left at like 10 o'clock at night.
Who's
And,
we?
Me and a couple of my buddies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That I think they're in prison right now. But
Just shout out to the homies.
yeah.
One of them, we borrowed the tricycle for that Jimmy Hart commercial where he was dressed up like Jigsaw.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he tried to pawn my phone when I gave him a ride home.
Is that the greasiness?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But
Wow.
But yeah, I remember because we left at 10 and it don't take that long to get over there. But I was so could not fucking see. I was driving.
Well,
Like,
that's a good 2.5, 3 hours.
yeah. But
Oh,
it took
yeah,
us,
easy.
It was like 10 o'clock at night, but then we got there at 3, and we were driving the whole time. I kept fucking missing the same exit, and on the highway, and I had to keep going. I remember just doing like we probably did like 3 or 4 loops, like super long loops on the highway. No idea where I'm going. Like super blurry vision to where like you try to look at your phone. You're like, okay, I'll look at that tomorrow.
Your Motorola brick phone.
Fucking piece of
Trying
shit.
to play Snake
Piece of
going
shit
on
iPhones.
75.
Something's out of focus, man. Oh, it was a fucking Nokia back then.
Why are they making these phones out of focus like this? What
Yeah,
the
I was
fuck?
probably playing Snake while I was driving. That's probably why. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, yeah, I fucking totally forgot about that. Yeah, somebody had a water bottle full of vodka, and then mom woke up in the morning. God, we were still in high school, right? I was like 17.
We weren't in high school in the same time, were we?
No.
No,
Okay.
I graduated.
So we
then you
were
guys
right when
walked
we
in.
went there. Yeah, you left.
We're probably like 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I remember my mom gets up in the morning and happens to grab this water bottle full of vodka, and I don't know how people do this, so I mean, she chugs it. And then, like, after 3 gulps, realizes it's vodka. And I'm like,
And then she finishes it.
that's why I'm calling bullshit on why she was pissed. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, you know that when you open the fucking water bottle up.
Right. Yeah, it hits the nose real quick.
Especially, Luke has a nose just like my mom. So.
Yeah. You know she smells
You
that.
know, you smell it through the plastic.
Bonus.
Take it. And also, if you're grabbing like a random water bottle that isn't yours, you're totally at fault for anything that's in it if you just go
Yeah.
for it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, every time I open a water bottle and I don't hear that click, I'm like,
Not
No,
mine.
what's
No.
in there?
yeah, see, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So she drinks the whole thing?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of blaming the whole story about on my mom. So, thanks, Mom. Love you.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stories. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure I don't even remember.
Your parents were fucking super cool back then, though.
Yeah,
would
they
always let us
They
chill
were
at the
super
house.
laid back.
Do you
Always
still, do you
throw
still have the
parties
cigarette
there.
scar?
Yeah, I still got the cigarette scar.
Mine
It's,
shows
it's
up when I get
tiny
sunburned.
nowadays, but yeah, it's right. The little circle right there.
Can you really see it?
Yeah, right there.
yeah.
How do you guys feel about when you see a can of Milwaukee's Best?
Well,
I
like,
haven't drank one since, probably, to be honest with you.
They don't have the gold tops anymore, so I don't
No.
get the flashbacks I used to.
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to help you guys out.
You really
You really did help us out.
I was going down the wrong path.
How did that shit go? How did that work? I was
Okay,
never there for
so I mean, I was fucked up back then too. Yeah, so that's pretty much
He
the
was
whole
stealing
life.
money from his younger brother who was trying to score some beer.
No, I did not steal it from you.
Yeah, we willingly
They
asked
wanted
you
they
to buy
wanted
beer.
me to they wanted me to get them. They wanted me to
wanted
get
beer.
them.
That's capitalism.
Yeah, we're like 16, 17, and we
I had,
want some beer. And
I
we
had
asked
just
him.
started an economics class in high school, so
Yeah. Yeah, so we asked you for beer, and I don't know, it was you or somebody else. And we're like, go ask Jake for if he can buy some beer. We got like $20, $30 or whatever.
Yeah.
And you come back and he's like, yeah, he'll buy it for us, but he wants to put a cigarette out on our arm, and that's the only way he'll do it. And we're like, fuck no. And he's like, well, then he's not buying the beer. And we're like, all right, well, fuck it, then just do it. Like, how bad could it
I'll
be
do
to
it
put
if
a
you do
cigarette
it.
out on your arm? But I remember he comes over and he puts the cigarette out on my arm, and then it boils up, and then surprised. Then he takes his thumb and he just rips the skin off of it. So it wasn't like you just put it out. That's what I'm thinking. Just like, psst, and then cool, we're getting some beer. But he singes it and then takes his thumbnail and scrapes the fucking skin off. And it's like, fuck.
dude.
Yes, it was like 4 of us.
And then he made
then,
eye contact with me as he was doing mine. He's like, I own you.
Yeah.
But the really fucked up part about it was I was supposed to get you guys a case of Milwaukee's Best for $30.
Yeah.
I show up
Probably
with
got
a 12 pack.
Yeah.
And it was ice.
Yeah.
Milwaukee's ice, yeah. We still got fucked up on that, though, for sure.
And my parents found the cans in the yard like
Yeah.
10 years later. They were like doing renovations.
Dude, if our parents ever ripped up that front yard with all those palmetto plants,
What would they find?
oh man, like I don't even know, like weird shit.
Things that you just probably forgot that you left there.
Probably Luke's tooth's out there somewhere.
Well, I wish they would. I wish they would. I'm tired of looking like an idiot.
It gives you character.
Yeah, that's right.
Jesus Christ.
It's like the McDonald's golden arches.
I just tell people, it's like, I couldn't afford a gold tooth, so I was like, give me the whitest one you got.
Dude, a gold one would actually be sick.
Oh, yeah, you should have got gold. You fucked
You
up.
could always switch it up in the future,
Yeah,
can't
you
you?
switch it up. I mean,
Okay,
I
you
think
could
I'm
still
due.
get it. You're due now.
I think I'm due.
You've earned it at this
It's
point.
like a phone plan. you gotta
It's not
rock it.
permanent.
No.
It's still on layaway.
Should get one of those,
Paying it off.
should get one of those diamonds on there.
Oh man.
All right.
Yeah, those were amazing
I like
times
how this
back then,
podcast
man.
is just going about Luke's teeth and nose.
It circles back to the teeth somehow.
Every conversation.
It's just nice to be included in the conversation. I don't care what it is. Like, honestly, it's just really great to be here.
And then just growing up with me, you got some pretty thick skin. Now,
Yeah.
so
Definitely.
Yeah.
there you
You
go.
ain't gonna hurt me.
So walk us up to the actual arrest. What led up to that?
Well,
Okay, so I got
we gotta talk
arrested.
about the first
Yeah,
arrest.
no, I got.
Oh, there was
the second one.
I got I
too.
got arrested in 2007. I was driving somebody around. We picked up this crackhead in St. Pete that owed him money and told us to drive to Seminole. That's where the money was that he had at his house.
Yeah.
So he tells us to go to this house in Seminole. Pull up, he's like, "Oh, that's a house right there." So we're in the car, we're not even really paying attention to him.
Yeah.
He gets out and just fucking books it.
Shit.
But we don't know that. So the dude I'm with just fucking, he's like, "Where's my fucking money?" I was like, "Dude, he left. It's not even his house." The dude fucking is so mad. We're all fucked up too. So he gets out, he's yelling, "Where's my money?" And now we're in fucking Seminole. There's fucking kids. I remember kids playing. So parents are fucking watching. People are watching.
This is like broad daylight.
This is broad fucking daylight in the middle of the afternoon. This dumb motherfucker kicks this fucking door in. Okay, nobody was fucking home, thank God, because like it probably would have been like a life sentence kind of deal. So he gets in and then he fucking grabs like a few shotguns.
Out of this house?
Yeah. So
And it's just a random house?
Random house.
a random house that the dude told him that he lived at, but
Okay.
he didn't fucking live there.
Right.
Kind of deal.
So he just wanted to ride or something?
No,
somewhere.
okay. So we picked him up because he owed that dude money.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you got to drive me to Seminole to this house so I can get my money or whatever." Which you never trust a crackhead because a crackhead never leaves money anywhere. I know that now.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a good lesson to learn.
Yeah,
Solid life advice.
Yeah. So
Thank
it
you.
he ends up turning like, okay, kicking in the door, nobody's home. Cool. Third degree felony, like lowest felony. You grab guns, you arm yourself. It's armed burglary, which is like a first degree felony kind of deal.
Right.
Like,
He brought the guns or the guns were
no,
in
he
the
stole
house?
them out of the house.
Okay.
So when in Florida, if you, okay, so say you're like going in somebody's house to go like burglar them,
Yeah.
you're not home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's serious, but it's not that fucking serious.
Yeah.
You steal a gun from their house.
It's armed
You
burglary.
arm yourself, so
That's
it's
considered
armed burglary.
Okay.
So it
It's just
jacks
as
it
bad
up
as
to
going
like.
in there with the gun.
No, I mean that's actually a little bit worse.
That's like home
a
invasion.
armed home invasion.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's up there though too.
Okay.
So whatever, we get popped for that. Oh no, okay, so we get away. They get my license plate. We fucking
Who,
say
the neighbors, or?
Yeah, the neighbors got my license plate. Cops come to my house. They talk to me. What happened? They tell me to come in and make a statement on this date. I go, okay. I never fucking go. Never do a statement. It's like 3 months goes by.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm like, cool.
You're good.
I got away.
Yeah.
Right? No. I'm fucking cutting trees. I got on with some dude. I don't even know how I got the job, but it was like a tree service.
Yeah.
So I'm just like grounds dude, whatever. If I'm fucked up, whatever.
Yeah.
So I see these like 3 cars pulling off Indian Rocks Road at this house, and I was like, damn, let's kind of look like cops. So then they pull in the neighborhood real quick. They turn around. They jump out. And I start running.
Oh,
and
shit.
And I got pills on me, and I'm fucking eating them. And then so they got their guns drawn on me.
No.
So I get arrested that day. That was February 25th, 2007. So I had to sit in the county for 8 months. I ended up that was my first like getting in trouble kind of deal.
So what do they charge you with? The home or
I
the
got charged
burglary?
with armed burglary. Yeah.
You went in the house too?
I didn't go in the house. I was in the car. I mean, that's how it goes.
What?
Okay,
Right.
so if I'm like, hey Danny, drive me to
Yeah.
the store real quick.
Yeah.
He
And then-
robs
And I
the
rob
store.
it.
And you rob it. I still
But
get
you don't
charged.
even know. And I get back in the car.
Yeah.
You're getting charged with armed robbery too.
Right, okay.
It's your fucking car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
Kinda
makes
deal?
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes
So,
sense.
oh no. So my parents bail me out a week later, right? They bail me out a week later.
Even though you had 8 months?
No. I didn't do 8 months on
Okay,
that time. I'm
okay,
sorry. I'm
okay.
sorry. I got them mixed up. So,
Okay.
'cause this is a lot of shit show coming up here. That's fair. Yeah. So,
That's fair.
Okay, so I get arrested for that. A week later, I fucking finally convinced my parents, like, you got to let me out. I'm so fucking like dope sick. Like, I'm hurting so bad. Everything fucking sucks. And then, so I get out, fucking right back on it. Let's go hit the doctor. Let's go do this and that. So I'm riding around this fucking other motherfucker. We got a shit ton of pills, coke, and we have a ton of money on us. And I'm driving this Cadillac. I know I have to get gas.
Yeah.
I keep fucking forgetting to get gas. I fucking run out of gas at Park Boulevard and Seminole Boulevard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where that mobile is.
Yep.
So this fucking scrawny, coked out motherfucker can't push a Cadillac.
Right.
Okay, so I have to get out and push it. He's got a suspended license. So there's a cop in the mobile parking lot. He goes, "You boys need some help?" "No, I got it." So we push the car in, and he's like, "Oh," because we look fucked. We look out of our fucking minds. He's like, you know something's going on.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Well, can I see your IDs?" And I'm like, "Cool, yeah, here." And then the dude gives him his, and he runs the guy. Okay, so the car's not actually running, but he's driving the car
And you're
because I'm pushing it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
He's in
apparently
the
it goes
driver's
back to
He's
it goes
steering
back to the state of Florida versus Fred Flintstone law.
I was just
Pretty
thinking
much.
that shit.
Okay, so but
Fuck.
I mean, okay, early in the day we bought like these huge box of fucking needles, and we're just shooting up all day and throwing the ones behind us
Okay.
in the back seat of the car. So there's probably like 15 fucking needles laying in the back of the car on the floor. So and there's he threw coke under my seat. I had pills on me. And so I ended up getting arrested that day.
So why? Because he runs dude's ID.
Well,
and
he
has
runs.
no
Oh yeah, I'm
driver's
sorry.
license?
He runs the guy's ID, and since it's suspended,
Yeah.
he's got probable cause to search my car.
Right.
Okay.
Because
Instantly.
he's driving.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no questions about it.
Yeah.
So, and that motherfucker threw the coke under my seat too. So I got all the charges that day.
Fuck.
That was another guy. He got arrested like 20 times. Never did more than a couple days in jail. So
That's a little fishy.
yeah, no, I know. So that happens. So it's a week later. So now I'm back in. Ain't nobody fucking bailing me out now. So I had to ride it out for like 8 months. I was charged with possession of coke, possession of oxycontin on that one. So then,
And that was one of the first times I went and saw him. Was through the video screen
Video chat. Yeah.
at the
Really?
jail on 49th. It was like one of the first steps towards our relationship actually being something. It was like me and my mom rolling up there, and like talking to him on that.
You sound pretty cute.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I know. Is that voice taking you back to those times? And we could take that back to the cell with you and tell your boys about it.
Yeah, it sure is.
I saw a tear.
like it. No, it was cool. I mean, I appreciate all that shit.
Yeah.
It's awesome, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so I fucking ratted out for 8 months. Oh, no. Okay, so it goes real fucked up. So you get a rain like a day or two later, depending on when you get arrested. And then your first court date, like something like mine's I'm probably in there for like 2 months before I get to the actual court date where I stand in front of a judge. I was talking to my parents. They're like, do you want to get a lawyer? I go, no. Let me back up. That was the other time that was the next time I got arrested.
We'll get there.
Okay, so we'll get
there.
So I ended up going 8 months. They ended up giving me probation. I forgot how long it was.
Yeah.
So I get out on probation, and
The day we got out, my mom took him straight to like Outback Steakhouse for like some fucking like surf and turf and blooming onions.
Fuck yeah.
And he's still just like fucking strung out in there, just like saying like, I fucking hate everybody. This fucking sucks. And then like
Do you remember that?
no, there's a lot of stuff like I don't remember. And
I remember very vividly taking you to Checkers too on the one by Goose's that's closed down now around here. And like we're just like in line ordering spicy chickens, and you're still just like wanting to get fucked up, and you're just like, this fucking sucks. You know, that wasn't even my fault. That's fucking bullshit. And you're just like, you keep like repeating that same story about like how it wasn't your fault and how like you didn't deserve to be in there for that long and how fucked up it was.
well, yeah, you go through that, because I'm fucked up, but I didn't fucking do that shit.
Right.
And
Right.
that next shit, I mean, that was because of that.
Yep.
I mean, that's just kind of how you think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But all the fucking
It was like a
bad-
chain reaction.
But all the bad shit you done, I mean, that leads you to that point.
Right.
I mean, you fucking, when shit like that happens, you totally deserve it because you're hanging out with those people. And
Right.
if you're not, you know what I'm talking about?
Right, if
I
you
mean,
weren't
these are
doing
like,
that stuff
these
there.
are fucking scumbags. These aren't like dudes that got their shit together and
Yeah.
doing bad shit. These are like total fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was at that time.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't give a fuck about nobody. So, yeah, a lot of that shit I don't remember because I was so fucking high, like,
Yeah.
just kind of shit like that. And then, so we keep going, like, fast forward, kind of just keep doing the same shit, get some, oh, no, I think I went to the doctor and I tried to just sell them because I just had this thing about fucking working. I do not like working.
Yeah.
Or, like, being told what to do kind of deal, which has been pretty rough for all the shit I've fucking done. So yeah, just fast forward, just kind of fell right back to like I never went to jail, like nothing ever happened. I'm still getting fucked up just the same as I was.
Same vicious cycle.
Tried smoking crack. I shot up crack a lot more than I.
What was
smoked it,
that
though.
like?
I don't know. I smoked it like once or twice.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really like smoking it because I was like, well, I'm not a crackhead. I'm just gonna shoot crack.
It doesn't count if you shoot it up.
Well, I'm not smoking it. But it's funny. You're just saying it like when you're that fucked up, you just try to be like, well, it's hard because like a lot of people, like normal people, are like, well, at least I'm not as bad as they are. But like when you're fucking doing everything, it's like you just you're grasping onto like you're like hanging off a cliff, hanging onto like a piece of grass. You know what I mean?
At least it's not meth.
Oh, and that is like probably the only drug I've never done like knowingly, like never bought meth.
Never bought meth.
Never bought meth. I might have done it in ecstasy, or like, it might have been in some coke. But
You
I've
sound
never.
like a politician. I have never knowingly done coke, or I've never knowingly done meth.
But I did not inhale when I
didn't
smoked
inhale.
it.
I only shoved it up my ass.
Story about my prison pocket.
We're getting there.
Whoa, what the fuck? What's the armpit? Is that a holy
The air freshener.
shit?
Scratch and sniff.
What's it smell like, Luke?
Mahofers.
Slim Jims.
And if you've ever been to Mahofers, you know what that smells like.
It's like Slim Jims and Stray Cats.
And a little bit of Bush Light.
Oh, that photo with me with the pineapple.
Oh
It
yeah.
was gonna be the Mahofer cologne. It was gonna smell like cat piss, Marlboros, and Bush.
Oh man.
Nice.
I'd wear it.
Yeah. So where are we going? Yeah. So it just the 8 months I was out after I got out on probation was just same shit.
Yeah.
Spiraling.
So I got arrested that first time on February 25th, 2017. On February 25th, 2018, I had no idea it was 1 year to the date. I I had coke, but I didn't do it that night for some reason, which was I never went to bed with drugs, ever.
You always finish them.
I always finished it. I could not keep it at
Okay.
all. I had to go till it was gone. So, but it was weird. That morning I woke up super early and I'm like, oh, cool. I'm going to shoot up cocaine all day today. So, but
That's
I
the
didn't
first
have,
thought you had?
yeah.
Well, because
So-
you wake up with the bag, you're like, fuck
yeah, but it's like I didn't even have a regular because when you shoot drugs, you use like an insulin needle.
Okay.
It's really small.
Okay.
Okay. Only thing I had was like what you shoot steroids with, like a big fucking.
What's
Big,
the
thick
difference?
needle.
It's thicker?
It's
You're
the
talking
needle,
to people that
The needle.
assume
No,
who
okay,
know
so
what that is.
okay,
Look at
so
us.
Whenever the doctor
so like
gives me a shot,
like an insulin
away.
like an insulin needle when you're shooting up regular drugs. I mean, it's like that long, and it's
like
like
needle,
smaller
like
than a
sewing
fucking
needle.
sewing needle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, a steroid needle is like that fucking long, and it's pretty girthy.
It's pretty wide.
Really girthy.
Like one of those
It's,
McDonald's straws.
It's long and girthy.
That wide? Damn.
I don't have a lot of experience with that. Do you take it from here, Luke, or do you take after mom or dad?
Were you talking about girth or?
I thought they called you the tuna can.
Yo, old tuna can James up in here.
Yeah, so I mean that's fucked. It's just like your arms are fucked. I was wearing like long sleeves. I never got like track marks, but
Yeah.
I would just stick them wherever. But like you're just kind of just like got polka dots kind of all over.
It was
you.
pretty obvious. You could see it pretty well.
Yeah, so I would wear like long sleeves and then
He's always wearing sweaters.
yeah, and I never wear sweaters.
Right,
Yeah.
in Florida.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
now, yeah.
Yeah. So I fucking forgot where we're going with this.
We were,
Oh, you
we were
woke up
leading
with
up
the
to the
coke.
second arrest.
Yeah, you woke up with a.
Oh,
you're like,
yeah,
I'm
so-
gonna wake up and shoot
So
coke all day.
when I woke up, yeah, I mean that's years and years of drug abuse right there. Thanks, bud.
That's
So,
why you're here.
That's what he's here for.
Yeah, so that day, I mean, I was hanging out with this chick, just like total Pinellas Park, like homecoming queen,
Damn.
and we were
Nice.
riding around, just kind of shooting up drugs. And I remember we were in the Seminole Mall fucking bathroom, and she's like, "Do you got any more?" I was like, "No." And I'm just going. I'm like, "I gotta go to the bathroom," and like shoot up in the bathroom, and then something happened. I dropped her off at somebody's house. And then it just kind of hit me all at once, kind of like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Like, this isn't you. Because, like, people that know me know I'm not, I mean, I'm fucking crazy, but I'm not, like, that fucking insane, like, with the drugs and all that. Well, they knew I was fucked up with the drugs, but they didn't think I would really do anything too crazy. So I just kind of, I don't even know what made me think about it. I was just like, I want to kill myself, but I'm going to do it by running in a pharmacy and ODing on the pills kind of deal. Just kind of OD in the pharmacy.
You just had the idea at Seminole Mall that you wanted this wasn't
After I dropped the girl off, I was driving around. I was out of drugs too, which is
you were out, so you're on like the fucking
yeah. I was out of coke. So like
Crashing.
when you're coming down off, I mean it's a shitty feeling, and then
yeah.
it just sucks. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna run in this pharmacy that I used to go to all the time. Just the same shit. Like
Yeah.
you could be like, hey, could you just front me like 10 of them till I get my script done in a couple of days, and then they would do it. Kind of like they were all pieces of shit too. So I didn't really feel bad about it, but I was shooting up. We didn't have any water bottles in the car, and you need like water and stuff to shoot up. So I had an old thing of fruit punch in my car.
Why do you need water?
When you mix it to shoot up drugs.
So you mix the cocaine with water?
Yeah.
And then you put it in the needle.
That's how you draw it up.
That's what makes it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how you can shoot it. So I had a fruit punch rolling around the car. I filled the needle up with fruit punch, and I ran in the pharmacy.
What the fuck?
So it was fucked, dude. But
So wait, okay,
was-
you filled it with fruit punch. Why?
to
'Cause
make it
that's
look
all
like
you had.
blood.
Oh, okay.
You thought it was blood.
No, to make it look like
Make it-
blood.
they-
so I
so
was in
they
the
thought it was
pharmacy.
blood.
Yeah.
So it was like his weapon going in there with it.
Okay.
But like how fucked up, I got my name tattooed on my. It was my first tattoo when I was 16. I
remember that.
I ripped my fucking. I think I ripped a sleeve. That's how fucked up it was. It makes no fucking sense. I like ripped one of my sleeves off and put it over my Jake tattoo. They won't know who I am now, kind of deal. But I was in
That'll do it.
I remember just standing in the pharmacy, and I couldn't pull the trigger. I couldn't do it. And then I was about to walk out. I was about to turn around and just leave. And then something just like totally fucking came over me. He was like, "No, motherfucker, we're doing this." And it was kind of a blur from then. I remember these two chicks in there. They were freaked out. The guy that owned it. They're like, it's in the back. It's in the back.
So wait, you're standing in the pharmacy. Like where are you? Like
like in the. It's a small shithole. I mean, it's just kind of like.
Okay.
That's probably the only thing they ever filled prescription wise was like opiates and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of deal like that. It was back in the day when they were pumping them all out like that. So I was just standing there, just kind of like, because they would have like Band-Aids and like kind of weird shit like that. It was kind of like the top shelf, the food mart right by our house.
Oh yeah.
Nothing in it, just kind of like
they got some Bengay in there. And
just
some
like dumb
fucking
shit like that,
Band-Aids and
right? Just to make it
alcohol.
look like a real pharmacy.
Yeah, some gauze.
So I was kind of like walking around waiting for people to leave, and then that's when that happened, to where I was almost like walking out, and then I just remember turning and be like,
Where was this needle the whole time?
I probably had it. I'm not sure 100%. I probably had it like in my pocket or something like that.
Okay.
So then I pulled it out. I said, where are they at? And they're like, they're in the back. They're all in the back. And I remember going back in the pharmacy, in the little room where they keep all like the drugs kind of locked up.
Yeah.
So I didn't know where the fuck they were at. And it's just like, you're just like that shit going on that too at the same time. You can't think. So, but it was just like shitty little fucking Home Depot drawers that were like locked drawers.
Yeah.
So I'm just ripping the fronts of the drawers off with my hands, kind of. And then I'm like
looking for the pills,
like the holy fucking grail. Like I find the drawer with them all in there.
The fountain of youth.
Yeah. So then they have one of these big, huge like mortar and pistols, kind of how they compound the drugs
like you
now.
grind up powder and shit.
Yeah. So like that. So I remember taking like three bottles of the Roxy's, which is like 100 in each bottle, and just dumping them all into this fucking big thing, and fucking just mashing them up.
Just
I fucking like get some
Like
water.
some old Amish woman
I
churning butter.
Oh yeah, no, that's what,
pills.
dude. It's like I kind of wish there was a video of it, because it was so fucking ridiculous what I did. Just
You wish there was a video?
I kind of do now, just to like kind of see
I
it.
would love to see
Well,
it.
what is
I
your
would
plan
too.
with the needle? You're telling them
I was
you're
gonna
robbing
OD.
them, or you're
I
like,
just
I'm
told them-
killing
I just told them
myself.
where they know the deal. I just told them
You got a syringe.
where's it at? Where's it at?
Right, and instantly
They
they're
know,
like,
because that's all they fucking.
You don't even have to ask for it. You just say,
That's all
"Where
they
is it?
pump
Where
out
is
of
it?
there.
Where is it?"
That's all they pump out of there, and they know that. So they're like, it's in the back.
right.
Roxy's.
So is the
Yeah.
plan to rob them and get out of there? or
No,
it's-
my plan was to go in and kill myself and
Okay.
OD.
Okay.
Kind of. So I get back there, and I'm crushing all these fucking pills up. I dump water in there. I'm trying to fucking this little ass needle, trying to like. It's like.
Wait, is there still Kool-Aid in the needle?
No, I pushed that out.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why,
he
because they
drank that first.
That's why.
I'm getting thirsty in here.
Oh God, that's so hot.
That's why. But that's why, because I had the one needle, and if it was blood, it would have totally like clogged up.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Yeah.
Because that's another problem when you're a fucking junkie. You guys want to know about that?
What?
Just your needles clogging if there's blood or something in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm back there, and I'm trying to draw these fucking whatever the fuck I just made into the needle,
Some
but
soup.
But I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it out.
What? It's too thick, or
It's okay. So when you're shooting up shit, you put it in whatever, like a spoon or a cap or whatever. But
Yeah.
you take your cigarette filter, you pull it out.
right.
Do a
To
little
filter it.
ball it up,
Yeah.
and then that's how you filters it to keep all the good shit in there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
So you're going no filter. You're just going
I'm
straight
no
to the
filter. I'm
needle.
just trying to, and I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad at first because I'm like, why isn't this fucking? I just want to just end this right now. But then I don't know. Something came over. I'm like, I kind of snapped out of it to where I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, oh. And it's just kind of you come to, and you're like,
Fuck.
oh man, I fucked up really fucking bad. And so I didn't know this at the time, but there was I think there was a 38, a handgun in the back room where I was at. I was locked in.
They locked you in there.
They were trying to call me, tell me to like I think the dude that owned the pharmacy, he was like, Jake, he knew me.
Oh,
You know what I
really?
mean? So he's like, tell me to come out. I'm just like, I don't even know why the fuck I was answering the phone. It was kind of weird.
They're calling.
I never even thought about that. Yeah, like that, like the landline.
Called you?
They called, like I remember answering the phone and shit.
in the bathroom.
No, it was in this back.
you for calling
I was in this
Walgreens.
back room when they kept all their like.
And there was
their
a phone
important
back there.
There was a phone back there, and it kept ringing. I don't know why I answered it. I kept answering it though. So I'm like, he's telling me to come out, and then so there was a handgun in the back.
Yeah.
So then they called the cops. They told him there's a handgun in the back, but I didn't know about it. So SWAT team came, And it didn't take that long for me.
So at this point, you had given up on trying to kill yourself.
Yeah, no, I kind of snapped out of it. Just kind of like, oh man, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
You don't eat none of them or anything. You're just like,
No.
fuck it.
You're just waiting for the cops to come.
No. So, well, they come and the SWAT team comes and it's banging on the door, like, come out. I'm telling them, fuck you, I'm not coming out. Because I'm just like, oh man, what the fuck am I going to do? And then I'm like, well, I'm going to be dope sick as fuck. So I hid pills to where I could bring him in.
Yeah.
Don't really want to talk about how I brought him in, just so
No details.
I don't
details.
want to fuck up anybody else's chance to bring shit into jail.
Keep doing your shit.
Jail-
Take care
jail-
of everybody in jail.
Jail sucks.
Yeah.
And drugs make you feel a little better. But anyways,
You found a way to sneak them in.
I snuck them in.
How many of them?
I probably had there had to been like 20 of them.
Okay.
So that probably lasted me like 2 days.
So this is before they broke down the door or whatever.
No, they didn't actually break down the door.
Okay.
I know we're jumping ahead a little bit, but
Yeah.
so they're banging on the door, telling me to come out. I'm telling them I'm not coming out. And then after I figure out how to bring them in, and I didn't bring them in my fucking safety deposit box, motherfuckers.
In the jail purse.
Yeah, in the prison pocket. Didn't do that. That's what everybody's probably thinking right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, but I would if I had to. Fuck that shit.
Got
But,
a lot of space up there.
yeah, so finally, after I get situated how I want to do it, I got what I need. I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, all right, I'm coming out. So I bang on the door back, and I'm like, I'm coming out, because I'm like, I'm probably going to get fucking shot. So I remember opening this back door, and it's right by the back exit door to like the shop. And there's got to be like 10 or 15 red dots on this fucking back door. So when I open the door, it swings this way.
And you see them.
The exit door's here. So I just see all these fucking red dots on this back exit door.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I'm like, I just, out of the doorway, I just kind of stick my hands out.
After you saw the red dots.
As I saw the red dots, I go like this. I'm like, I'm coming out. And then, so I just try to go like, I'm like, all right, let me see what I do in the movies or something like that.
Yeah.
So I just kind of like, I'm coming out, because you don't know what to fucking do. There's just so much going on.
Right.
It's like, kind of don't want to get shot. I mean, I tried to kill myself, but I didn't want to do it. So definitely don't want to end it right here. So I finally get out, and I had sweatpants on too. So I fucking turned around, put my hands on my head, and then they fucking bum rushed me. I mean, my fucking pants are around my fucking knees. My little Coke dick's flopping around fucking everywhere on the floor. But it's just like,
What is a Coke dick?
it's like, you ever seen one of those old school door stoppers?
Yeah.
It's pretty much like that.
Okay.
It's like that, but smaller. So, yeah, so then I'm sitting in the back of the cop car, like in front of this fucking pharmacy. I remember Bay News 9 coming there, and you're just sitting there in the fucking back of a cop car, no tent, just like,
Fishbowl.
and then all I'm thinking about is like, God damn, I'm like, am I gonna like ever get out again? And because I was 24 when that happened.
I was 18.
Yeah.
19.
No, you were
19,
20,
20?
buddy.
Yeah,
You
I
were
was 20.
buddy.
That was funny.
Yeah, so you're sitting in the back of this cop car in front of the fucking pharmacy, people all around, news there, and you're like, cool, like, feel like just a total piece of shit.
How
Because
long did they keep you in the car?
I was probably out front of the pharmacy for like 2 or 3 hours, because they got to do like all this shit, and then they fucking probably take you. But I was sitting in the car, kind of like away from everybody, but like everybody's walking by you, looking in, and it's just kind of like, fuck you, motherfucker.
Like Bay News 9 comes up, is like, how do you feel about what just happened? How do you feel about your performance in there? Like, motherfucker, just leave me alone. I'm trying to kill myself.
Oh my God.
So we're going to jail, and then like that's all that's kind of running through my mind is like how long I'm gonna be gone for, kind of deal. And then I was like, oh, dude, you know what's so fucked too? So we get I get booked. Well, we come in and you get like strip search. Kind of depends on what.
Cavity search?
No, they don't cavity search you.
Okay.
If they feel like you've stuck something in something, they'll put you in a room to where there's like no running water, so till you like shit or something like that.
Oh,
So
really?
they know. Yeah, they'll put you in confinement like by
so
yourself.
You ate something.
Yeah, so like that. But I mean, you get butt ass naked.
You didn't request the cavity search?
I did. They told me to fuck off. They go, here's a bologna sandwich and some apple juice instead. Yeah, but but now like it's kind of like I've been strip searched so much, like I don't give a fuck. I would kind of actually battle. Well, we'll get to that later too. I would battle.
We're getting there.
If you were the guard and I was me, we would both try to make each other more uncomfortable as possible.
So, like, what would you do?
Well, here, let me finish this story. So,
Okay.
we get booked. I get strip searched. You get your clothes back, and then you're in booking. You're in central booking where they do your fingerprints and your photos.
Yeah.
I mean, Pinellas County Jail is so fucked. Fuck you, you fucking cocksuckers. Thank you. And then, so I was probably down there for like 20 hours, and you're in this room, the concrete room, no windows, and just fluorescent lights. Like, you do not know what fucking time it is, but just on the clock on the wall.
Right.
But if it says 8, you're like, well, I wonder if that's 8 in the morning or 8 at night.
You're right.
So there's a one bathroom, and then there's a guard standing right outside of it that you can go use, but it's like there's no stalls, no nothing. And then I was like, well, I'm kind of getting dope sick. So I was like, I wonder if I can. I fucking crushed up a fucking Roxy in this bathroom. And thank God nobody walked in when I was doing it and fucking snorted it while I was in booking's bathroom.
Damn.
Oh my!
I didn't give a fuck, dude. Like,
Right.
I'm like,
And
what
they got the
fuck
door
else
with
is
the
gonna
little
happen?
What are they
window.
gonna
They can
do?
see.
What are you gonna
right?
What are you gonna add 5 more years onto my sentence?
Yeah.
Run it together. I mean, it's the same shit.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Rack it up, bitch.
Yeah. So then you finally go to jail. I knew a bunch of people I went in the cell with because I fucking just left there fucking
Yeah.
4 months ago.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So then you got to deal with that. It's like a fucking walk of shame, dude. I was high for 2 days, feeling good.
Because you had that stash that you brought
I
with
didn't
you.
even call anybody until I ran out of pills. Because I mean, it was super embarrassing for me too. Like after everything kind of wore off with the drugs, and then
And you knew that it was probably all over the news too, right?
Oh, yeah. So it would come on. I was in the pod. They got TVs in these pods.
That
And
just
I'm
bring up
like,
another memory.
I go, oh man, I hope nobody fucking recognizes me. I swear, dude. I was on the news for like 3 fucking days, man.
Yeah.
It was a slow news week in Seminole.
Yeah. Well,
You heard about it too.
Yeah.
I heard about it too. Yeah, I was working construction, and I
Oh.
was like riding in a van to Sarasota in the back of a van with a bunch of other Mexican dudes, and it was like 6 in the morning, and it was on Bubba the Love Sponge, and they said Jake James. I'm like, no fucking way.
I know.
I text Luke, and he's like, yep.
Yep.
Oh, that sucks.
And mom called me.
Well, no,
freaking out.
because Bubba would do that a lot about the news, and
Yeah.
I've listened to Bubba since loved it, like
Yeah.
fucking like religiously, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'd
Shout out to Ned.
yeah.
Shout out to
Fucking
that.
Only Ned is real.
Yeah.
He's the only real person.
Yeah, so then it's like, oh, Bubba was talking shit. Well, fuck you fat piece of shit.
Yeah. Like
So-
as soon as he
Hey,
can,
look at you now, Bubba. I'm on the radio and you ain't.
Yeah, right.
Oh, fuck.
Bow wow. Bow wow. Yo, double-fisted Blue Jay on the backside of McGillicuddy, motherfucker. Yeah, so just dealing with that, being dope sick. Like,
Yeah.
I would trade my whole fucking trays for like juice.
Your
'Cause
whole
that's-
what?
My whole, like, you get fed like 3 times a day.
Oh,
like
okay.
these shitty fucking meals.
Yeah.
I could not eat anything. I would, for like a week, I would just drink juice. I would just trade my trays for like people's juice and stuff.
You probably didn't even have an appetite, huh?
No, you're just like
You're sick.
shitting your brains out,
Yeah.
not hungry,
Diarrhea, fucking
cold,
throwing up.
hot, just it's fucked, dude. It's just like you're a little fucking baby,
Yeah.
just curled up in a corner.
How long did that last for?
It took like a month, and I did that twice, and like that's how fucked up it was. Like the first time I went through that,
Yeah.
and then to get out and like do the same shit, it's like that just shows you like I'm either really fucked up or that shit's really fucked up.
so the only
It's
time you went through like a true detox was like when you were in prison. Because I remember
Yeah.
mom and dad put you through some like medically induced
Yeah, I don't know what
thing.
the fuck that
I don't know what
was.
that was either. But
Yeah,
they,
but
like,
it
put
was-
you in a coma for a couple of days, and then you detox and you wake up. And
Yeah, it was weird, but
you don't feel that suffering.
But
Wow.
you have to feel that suffering, dude.
Oh, hell
You
yeah,
have
you
to.
do.
Because like, that's when I tried. That's when I was selling them for
Yeah.
like 2 months, and then I started doing them again.
And I think that's
I
like
totally
a really,
forgot about
that's
that.
a really important thing I think to hit on is like if you don't feel that suffering like when you're trapped in that darkness that you've created around yourself, then you don't really know the pain that you have to go through to feel it. So you go through it like just sleepwalking pretty much,
Right.
and then you have no reason not to do it again because like, oh well, whatever, I can just like numb myself to numbing myself, and it's just like this continuation of blocking out things that you have to go through to progress as a person.
Yeah, no, you need pain to grow. I mean, if you don't feel pain,
You got to suffer the consequences.
You gotta
I mean,
suffer
you
change.
don't learn like it's just like the whole fucking touching a stove thing, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
you got to feel pain to grow and get past shit. But this is how fucked up this place was. Like before we went, you have like your meeting with these people. It's just all a fucking scam. So they're like, oh, do you need pill? Like they gave me a shit ton of fucking like oxycontin 80s before because I was like, oh, I'm sick. And they're like, oh, we'll write you a script. And then like
In jail? In prison?
no. This was like at this detox place.
the-
This was I forgot even when that was.
They prescribed you Adderall too.
Well, yeah. So you go through this detox thing. So it's like a day, or whatever. So you wake up and you're not dope sick. I don't even know what the fuck it is.
They give like you some opiate blockers or whatever that they
Right.
and they like claim that like if you take opiates again, you'll die.
Oh no, that's when Suboxone started coming
Yeah,
out because
that's
they
what I was
put me on
gonna say. They're giving you
Suboxone,
Suboxone or something.
What's that?
but it's an opiate blocker, but people take them to
You
get
still
fucked
get high
up.
on them.
Yeah. It's supposed to be to help you get off.
But if you take
opiates.
like opiate pills, they don't work.
Yeah, so like you're taking Suboxone. If you do heroin or fucking oxys, you're not going to get high from it,
Okay.
kind of deal. So but it makes you from not being dope sick too, kind of. You're still fucking not
Weird.
feeling good, but yeah, it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I go through this detox, and when I get out, he prescribes me Adderall, Valium. He prescribed me
combo.
Yeah, like Vicodin, too.
No, he didn't give me an opiate. It was like 4 or 5 different other pills, but with me, I'm like, I fucking love pills.
Right, so you're
Oh,
eating them
this is amazing. Yeah. So then, I mean, but it didn't work. I think that lasted like a couple weeks or something like that, and I was pretty much. Oh no, because they told me don't do coke because you'll probably die. I think I did coke like 4 days after that, and a lot
prove you wrong.
a lot of fucking coke. I was up in the fucking mutt room like just doing a bunch of coke all night.
I remember one time mom went on like the family computer and like the latest Google search was symptoms of coke overdose.
She told you that?
Yeah. And like
Wow.
she showed me the needle that like she had found. And it was like, do you
my
think Jake's doing drugs again? And I'm like, what? Well, it's
No.
not mine.
Can I phone
I
a
think-
friend?
Maybe.
Well, Jake might have diabetes.
What's his blood sugar like?
It was fucked, man. I mean, that's like what I'm saying. There's so many fucking things that happened that I don't remember. I just knew I would need a old kickstart.
Yeah.
Oh my.
They make it very
Yeah.
easy to be an addict in the state of Florida.
They do.
And, you know, like when you love somebody, you'll do anything you can to
Yeah,
make them
they
not
were
feel
just
pain.
trying to, yeah.
Everybody's just like, and you know, it's like it gets to the point where it's like you're enabling this person, but you don't realize it because like you don't
wanna
know what
help
this,
them.
you don't know what this person wants, and anything that you respond to positively, they'll give to them because they're actually interacting with you in a way that isn't just like fuck you, can I get money? Fuck you, I don't need you in my life. I hate you. Everything I'm doing is because of you, and you know it pains you to see somebody suffering like that, and you never truly understand the darkness that they feel, and you just want them to do well. And the best thing that you can do is just let them go through it and just be there when they need you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always think when I think about how suffering makes people better is like they say that, like the native Indians would take their newborn babies and they would dunk them in the ice cold river when they're like literally like months old to build up their immune system.
Speaking of good immune systems, I probably have not been sick in 5 years. I think everybody should go to prison for at least 6 years.
Is that true?
I do not get sick. Like if I catch a cold, I'll feel it for like 2 hours and I'll get tired and I'm like, ugh, and I'll cough up something green. I'm good to go.
That's it. It's just
It's
like
fucked.
a single cough.
I could probably, if you took my blood right now, it's probably the cure for AIDS.
And why just because you built
So
up that immune system
just
in there.
being so fucking dirty.
Yeah,
They're fucking shitholes, dude. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
yeah, like I do not get sick.
Jails and public transportation are the best way to
so
build
bad.
your immune system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No self-respecting mosquito would fucking bite you.
Not at
Yeah.
all.
So all right, you go to the county jail.
Yeah.
For the big
Oh yeah,
charge.
for that charge. So on the big charge. So
Yeah.
I'm in county.
Okay, you want another one? You're good.
They actually. Can I take a piss real quick? Well, these like what are those, like keyboard warriors? These 40-year-old dudes
Metal
living in
sucks.
their fucking mom's basement was like giving her a hard time because she put out like neon.
Yeah.
You know, like Celtic Frost put out the neon, like the Cold Lake, and
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd like to go on the record and say, if you're involved with metal sucks at all in any way, shape, or form, you can fuck off and die because you're not doing anything to progress heavy metal.
Why? Why is that?
Because they shit on anybody who's trying to do anything original, unique, and fun. Like Anna, who's making all these badass T-shirts, who's going out of her way to keep these legacies alive. And just because these big bands aren't profiting directly off of them, then that means nobody can.
yeah.
That's
Well,
fucking-
What's
shout
the-
out,
what's the
shout
website?
out to Forever Street Metal Bitch.
Forever Street. Is that her Instagram tag?
Yeah, that's her Instagram. She puts out shit a few times a year. Just follow her. She has rad shit. Different.
Hell
What was
yeah.
the website
It's
that you said?
No,
Fuck that
was her-
website.
the Instagram tag. Oh,
I said fuck metal sucks.
Metalsucks.com.
.net. They can't
Oh,
even afford
.net.
a .com.
they were the
yeah.
first ones
Well,
to post the Cannibal
fuck
Corpse
them.
video we did.
Yeah, they posted a concrete video back in the
Oh,
day.
I remember that.
remember that?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
They were standing in front of Janice Landing and
Yeah, when
interviewing
we
people.
filmed them. Yeah.
Nick was in it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Was he?
Nick was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, where was I?
Prison, probably.
Fucking jail.
That happens a lot.
Well, I'm not surprised.
I don't remember. I was either really fucked up or in prison. I really only remember the last 5 years of my life. Oh, the way I like to think about it is I spent my first 24 years on retirement. Oh, no, actually 30. And then so I got to pretty much work till I die now.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
But
So yeah, now you're in fucking prison, and when did you find out how long you're gonna stay? You're gonna be.
Okay,
staying?
Right,
so-
you're in county.
Oh, no,
So
you were in
I'm in the
county.
county now, so I get arraigned. This was what I was talking about earlier. Get arraigned. I think I get a court date in like 2 months. Probably.
You have a lawyer?
No, okay. So this is the part I was telling about. So my mom was like, "Do you want a lawyer?"
Okay.
And I was like, "No." They got me like dead to right. Just
Oh, I'm
There's-
guilty.
there's no way. There's
Yeah.
no fighting it.
Let's come with the fucking.
So
needle
I was
in
like,
my
I'll just
hand.
stick with a public defender. Like, don't waste the money because it's like the higher your felony is, like pretty much that's how much the lawyer is gonna charge you that much more.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Kind of
money.
deal. So I go to court the first day, and usually like it's usually nothing. It's usually a waste of fucking
They just
time.
set you another date.
It's pretty much. So you usually do that for like a few times before they come at you with an offer, like where the state will come with you, like
Yeah.
plead guilty today and get this many years or do whatever probation and all that shit. So the first day I walk into court, I even told my parents, I even told everybody don't come because it's going to be a waste of time. So I go in there and they're like, all right, Jake James, state of Florida versus Jake James, list all my charges. The state sits there and, I mean, yeah, it looks super bad on fucking paper, but they were like, they're going back to when I'm 16 for a smoking of tobacco citation.
Wow.
And like, they're just trying to make me look like I fucking kill babies. And
Right. They paint
fucking-
you as bad as they can.
Yeah. So judge is like, all right, state, what do you want to do? Let's set this for trial next month on blah, blah, blah date. Judge goes, we already have a trial set for the afternoon. State goes, oh, that's fine.
For the afternoon of that day.
For the day that they scheduled the.
It's like a pretrial.
This was like okay, so they scheduled the trial for. They told me to take 15 years today, or if I don't, they're scheduling trial for next month on this date. So that date, the judge says we already have a trial set in the afternoon. State goes, oh, don't worry, this will take like a half an hour, and when he loses, we're giving him 35 years. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, this sucks.
Well, I guess we're setting it for trial. So I went back to the pod so I could use the phone, and I called my mom. I was like, we got to get a lawyer. I'm going to be gone forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm 24 years old. I think 30 years old is a senior citizen then.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you're younger.
yeah, when you're 24,
Yeah.
for
Oh
sure.
hell yeah. for
Yeah.
sure.
So I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. So we get the lawyer, and
I'm
it
gonna be
was
60 by the time I get out of here.
Yeah, so it was a good lawyer. So we kept pushing it back. They kept wanting me to take 15 years like every month, kind of when I went to court. And I mean, just hearing the 15 years for so long.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of shit that happened in between. I've tried probably. Okay, so the max part of the jail in Pinellas is so like overcrowded that you sleep on these boats. Like new guys that would come in, you sleep on these boats, and they don't fucking take your beds. All you fucking tough guys out there like that, you just fucking do whatever. So I'm out in this day room, so it's like it's all cells at night. So it's supposed to be everybody's in their cell at night from I think like from 11 to 5 or something like that at night. Yeah. But I'm in the day room. There's no room for anybody. There's people out in the day room, and I'm walking around. It's like it's probably like 1, 2 in the morning. I'm kind of walking around. I'm kind of pissed. The guards tell me to lay down. I keep telling them, fuck you. I was like, come in here and make me fucking lay down pretty much. So they fucking take me out of that cell and they put me in a bigger one. And I do the same thing. I'm like, well, I'm not fucking going in a cell. Fuck you. I'm like, come in here and make me fucking go in the cell. Yeah. So, but then I remember one of my buddies I grew up with over in Largo, he goes, Jake, get your dumb ass in this fucking cell. So like I grew up with him like in middle school and shit like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So another time, like because they just fuck with you, man. Like they're pieces of shit, dude. They're you know what I mean. They live. Some of them live to fuck with you. Yep. You know what I mean. So so like it's just like you kind of just have enough, dude. And it's like you're so stressed out. Like am I gonna get like I'm not. It's like it's hard, dude. It's hard to be like, okay, yeah. I'm gonna do 15 years. Yeah, let me sign this fucking piece of paper.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Cool.
It's
I'm
fucking,
all right with that.
It's hard. It's like it's really fucked, especially when you're younger. You know what I mean? So this one time, I tried to fight a cop. He was acting like he wanted to fight, and then I tried, and then he's kind of backed off, hit the panic button. They locked me.
They have
in.
weapons, don't they?
No, they only have mace. They have mace and taser guns. So we'd act really fucking tough until. They pull the tasers out. Well, they're the ones that fucking shoot you with the prongs. You're like, okay, where do you want me to lay down? Yeah, you know what I mean? Kind of shit like that. And then just shit like that. I would go to confinement, get out. And then this one time, they were, because you have lockdown at shift change. So like in Max, there was 2 shifts. It was 12-hour shifts. So before a shift
What
started.
do you mean? Okay, so when you say max, what does that mean?
The maximum security part of the jail. Okay. Kind of deal.
So you weren't like in a prison.
No, this was still county jail.
Okay, got you.
So
okay,
you're in county jail until you get sentenced.
Got it.
Kind of deal. So you're super fucking guilty until you're proven guilty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like they take everything away. Like innocent until proven guilty is fucking bullshit.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
They strip everything fucking away from you. Mm-hmm. And then so that's another thing.
Innocence.
And they treat you like fucking animals. Mm-hmm. So that's how fucking motherfuckers act in there.
Right.
Like fucking just stripped down like fucking caveman. Mm-hmm. So shift change happens. They're supposed to count. They count, make sure everybody's still there that's supposed to be there, and then they leave. But they close the cells, and then that shut all the TVs, everything off, so you can't do shit. And it's usually like 30, 40 minutes somewhere in there in the county. But these cocksuckers kept us in there for like 2 hours. So I fucking get everybody fucking riled up. We're throwing like, because it's all. Try to explain how these fucking they're small fucking rooms, like a day room, and then you got the cells on the back. So and it's all like plexiglass windows so they can see you. Mm. So we start hanging sheets like over the bars to where they can't see us, and we're just throwing like wet paper toilet paper fucking wads at the windows. We're just like chunking shit, and they get me and like 2 other dudes for like inciting a riot. Mm-hmm. So they put me on this shit called it's administrative segregation. To where they could put you in confinement for however long they want. Yeah. With no, because usually if you get in trouble, you get it's like a fucking principal referral. Yeah. And then you go to the principal and they tell you, okay, well, whatever you do, you get 30 days down in fucking confinement. Really? But with this shit, it's however long they fucking want to keep you down there.
Wow.
So
you're in like a solitary confinement by yourself.
Well, the way the county jail was, it's like another big pod, but. You're in a cell by yourself. Right. Oh, okay. So it's just like you and a bunch of other fucking pieces of shit just like you fucking try to fucking pass the time, and it sucks. So they brought me down, and these motherfuckers hated me. They handcuffed me. They put all your shit in a trash bag, like all your fucking commissary, whatever the fuck you have. Mm-hmm. They squirted like all my shampoo all over all my shit in the bag, just kind of like shook it up. The guy walks me down, and the cell's open. And there's fucking shit all over this fucking cell. And I go, you're not fucking putting me in there. And he goes, oh, we'll send somebody down here to clean it up. It's like, I know that's a fucking lie. You're not gonna fucking trick me. I'm not going in that cell.
Yeah.
So I got my feet like against the fucking doorway of the cell,
Yeah.
pushing back at him. I'm not going fucking in here, dude. Like, I'm ready to fucking.
Right.
I'm not going in this fucking
Right.
cell.
You're gonna fight for
and
your
he's
fucking life.
trying to like get me to come in there just so he'd throw me in a cell full of shit.
Right.
Literal
So,
shit.
Little like there's shit all over the walls, all
Yeah.
over everything. That because there's a lot of crazy motherfuckers in
Yeah.
there too.
Right. Right.
And that's a whole nother fucking story. That's so fucking gross, dude.
Yeah.
So so he finally gives in and puts me in a normal cell. So I mean, as you're just like chilling in this fucking confinement, you're like, okay, this is cool. You're pretty much just like jerking off and doing push-ups. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. And do some lunges.
For how long?
Yeah, how long do they give you in there?
I was in there. Well, that was like towards the end, right before I got sent. So I think I did a little over a month in there.
Okay.
And then, but that, I mean, that shit's gross. So like they fucking whip up shit with piss in a cup. And like, if you're fucking the dude like next to you he gets mad at you for some fucking reason. Cause I remember one day I saw somebody doing that. And then I seen him throw this cup in this guy's cell. Like, cause you can cause it's kind of like an L kind of deal. So like this guy in this cell got mad at this guy.
Yeah.
And I seen him throw his like that, and I was like, "That's weird. Why would he throw coffee in his cell?" But then all of a sudden, you smell it.
It just hits you.
Oh yeah, and then they send these motherfuckers over with like mop buckets, like other inmates are called trustees.
Yeah.
like the fucking good dudes.
Yeah.
whatever. So and then they just dump like hot soapy water. So the fucking shitty soap water just runs into everybody's cell. So you're just like on top.
Oh my
You're just like on top of your bunk, just like. Man, I should have made way better life choices. And like that was probably the first time in my life where I was like, you know what? Now I know exactly what my parents were talking about. You know what I mean?
At that moment,
Yeah.
it all sunk in.
So my last
That's the
court,
river of shitty soap.
so I like talked to my lawyer. I was supposed to go get sentenced this day. So when you have a court date, they get you up at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It's this big fucking ordeal because the jail, you like go underground and then you go into the courthouse kind of deal.
Yeah.
So I'm like ready to go, ready to get sentenced, and then like nothing. I'm like, God, this is fucking weird. I even woke up fucking at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Yeah, because I was kind of excited to get the fuck out of county jail because that's all you hear in county jail. Prison is way fucking better.
Oh,
Right,
really?
Everybody
Oh,
wants to just get out
it totally is though.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, if I had to do the two, I would totally do prison again.
I had to pick.
Yeah, if I had to pick, if I had to do one or the other, I would definitely do prison. But yeah, so I'm sitting there and it's like 11 o'clock. I'm like, what the fuck? And you're in confinement, so you can't call anybody. You can't talk to anybody. And finally they come and they put me in a room with my lawyer, and he's like, what the fuck did you do? I go, what? I didn't do nothing. I just been fucking sitting down in confinement, like rotting away.
Yeah.
So he's like, man, yeah, but some guard, like, I guess they must have put me on some like weird, like they had me like kind of red flag to where I'm a threat, to where they had to like bring me out by myself, kind of like,
Yeah.
not like Hannibal Lecter, like not
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that, but
really?
like I had to be moved by
That would've been
myself.
cool.
Yeah, no, I know. It was like, yeah, but I looked.
they wheel you out on the
Yeah,
thing.
but I looked fucking insane when I got fucking sentenced. I bet. I know I did. I was just like, I haven't shaved, like, hair's fucking all crazy, and then my lawyer's like, well, this is the best we can do. They went down to 7 years, and I was like, let's fucking do it, because like you've heard 35 years, then 15 years for so long,
Right.
that you're like.
Half of
their
that,
whole,
you're like,
that's their
fuck
whole
yeah.
fucking game. They call it the boo. Like everybody, all the inmates, they call it the boo game.
Yeah.
Because that's like, 35 years, 15 years, 15 years. And then you're in there for months. Like almost a whole year of hearing, you're getting 15 years. And then they
Right.
finally like 7 years. Damn, that sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And that's what they do, man.
It's like a fucking gift wrap.
'Cause
It's
you
like
can't-
a present on Christmas morning.
yeah, and it's fucked. I mean, it's all a game, man. This shit's
Yeah.
all a joke.
Yeah, it
The
really
justice
fucking
system.
is.
They beat you down psychologically and they hit those numbers
That's
on
what
you.
it is, man.
And then there's like, like 35, 35, 35, 15, 15, 15, 15. And then they hit you with that, which is still way too high. And they shouldn't even give you that in the first place. And they should like actually address the problems that got you in there in the first place.
Yeah.
The people rubbing shit on the walls in there, they don't need to be in a prison with all these people who are in there for like drug abuses. Those people need attention. They need help to understand
It's not.
why they're doing that.
Oh yeah, but they jail like people like that, like that don't need to be fucking jailed. But a lot of people, I don't know, it's fucked. You should just kill child molesters and let everything else is fine.
Legalize everything else.
Yeah, that's fine. You know what I mean?
So after you got the 7 years, what happened next?
So you wait. So I had to go back to confinement, and then I'm actually really fucking excited now. Okay. It sucks I got 7 years.
You get to go somewhere new.
It's like a new chapter.
Oh, it's a new chapter. I finally know what I got to do. I can walk around outside. I can fucking smoke cigarettes. I mean, that's all I'm worried about. I'm like, I can fucking smoke cigarettes and walk around outside.
Here, sign me up.
Yeah, let's go, because you're inside all the time.
There's no windows or outside time in county.
I mean,
right?
there's windows like this big, but I didn't like looking outside because it was so close to home that it like hurt looking outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right,
Even though
because
you're
you know
looking
that 49th Street.
Yeah,
it's like
just,
right there.
Yeah, so I mean that kind of sucks, and then you get a little more freedom being up the road like that than being in the county jail. So I remember, so you go to these, it usually takes a few, like 3-4 days, because they do a couple runs a week to go to prison. So I went to Orlando, and if you have like any self-conscious, anything about you, that shit is gone, dude.
Stripped of it.
So you're in the van, you go to Orlando, they're just pretty much beating you down, treating you like a piece of shit, taking away everything you are.
Yeah.
Just you're outside and with a chain link fence in a horseshoe, and there's probably like, I don't know, I'd say 30 to 40 dudes standing there butt ass naked, just like, what's up, guy? You know what I mean?
Really?
And like everybody's kind of been up all night, because you know the nights they do prison runs.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, I hope this is it, or I don't
Right.
this is gonna fucking suck. Because I had no idea. I mean, you fucking watch TV shows and shit like that, you don't know what to expect.
Right.
Kind of deal. And I didn't really know anybody. My uncle was the only one I went to prison with, but I didn't really fucking talk to him about it. Because he found God and all that good shit.
Right.
The only thing you know about prison is don't drop the soap, but
Oh yeah.
beyond that,
Yeah. So you get in this thing, and they just call you all kinds of names, treat you like piece of shit.
Yeah.
You can't do
That's how it
nothing.
really is.
I mean, you could, but it's fucking pointless, dude, because they'll beat the fuck out of you. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like they'll handcuff you and just beat the fuck out of you. So you do that, you get naked, you get strip searched, and you just wait, and you with your property. You got to get your fucking, everybody gets their fucking head and face shaved with like the same fucking nasty fucking clippers. You get your ID, just fucking everybody's calling you an idiot, you go through medical, you do all this fucking shit. And then I remember finally get to go to my fucking dorm. And I was just like, I remember laying in my bunk on the top bunk and just looking at the fucking ceiling, being like, oh, all right, here we go.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Here's the start.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
7
So I had
years.
8 months in. So I figured with the game time, I was betting on my game time. I never went by the whole thing. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, we got a little over 5 years to go. I'm like, okay.
5 years.
So I remember I just made it in time for chow, and I'm like, I don't want to go. I'm like, I was just kind of like, just laid down, and like this dude I ended up running into at a couple camps I was at. He's like, come on, motherfucker, they got Yardbird tonight. I'm like, fuck's that?
Yardbird?
Yardbird. It's they had chicken like a couple of times a week,
Yeah.
something like that, right? So I'm like, oh, wait, what?
Chicken.
So when I first went in,
Chicken.
they had actually like, they had real food, like, because you go from county is just like, it's like Alpo, man. It's so bad.
What is
The
that?
food and like
Dog food.
Okay.
It is so fucking bad. So by the time I get in, it was like 6 months of like real food. Like food was actually, it was decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like every time a fucking new governor comes in, fuck those boys. It's not a fucking country club. So we got all soy products, all real food.
Soy products.
Everything was fucking soy.
What?
Yeah, because it was cheaper. But dudes aren't supposed to eat soy because it's an estrogen.
Right. It gives you like tits.
Well, yeah. I mean, I got 2 of those. Thanks Florida to DOC. they took one out. They told
And
me
they are nice.
They told me to go fuck myself on the second one. But yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So yeah. I mean, it's just miserable. They just make it miserable. Kind of just bullshit, man. That's why I don't know. We would just do like the dumbest shit. I mean, I just
Yeah.
kind of would act like I am now, but
Did you get all your tattoos when you were in there?
not all of them. I probably had like,
Because you're like straight,
7 or,
you're completely covered.
I probably had like 7 or 8
Yeah.
when
okay.
I went in, but there's not a lot to do. I played poker all the time. I read, I worked out, and
Yeah.
I got tattoos.
Okay.
I'm just kind of kept to myself.
At what point did you start like getting close to Luke?
It was a couple years in, probably, right?
It was a couple years in.
And what made you
so
want
we
to start
actually-
talking to him? Like, what made you want to?
Yeah, I fucking Jesus Christ. Let's hear this one.
Now that he's gone, I miss him. You want what you can't have? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, it's your brother.
I need to prepare for this.
You guys want a shotgun and beer? Or what?
Shotgun?
Is it that time? Let's
Yeah,
do
let's
it.
do it.
Oh fuck.
It's a good segue.
And then we'll have to touch on the shotgun legend that you are as well.
I
But
heard
we'll save
I heard that you don't even spill a drop.
Oh fuck! I just cracked it.
You fucking
Yeah,
dumbass.
you better choke that one and then shotgun that
Oh,
one.
Deadhead.
Look,
You want a shotgun one, Katie?
What is it? You're breaking the third wall. Is that what that is?
Katie's like, this
You know
is
what I'm
like a
talking about, though,
fucking.
right?
I know what you're talking about.
It's like an
It's like in The
episode of
Office.
fucking locked up abroad for her. She's like, holy shit.
Katie's like, get me the fuck out of here.
I totally regret coming tonight. Jake is the shotgun master. Oh.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, fuck. It's everywhere.
Oh fuck. Jeez. Hey,
You're holding it.
Oh, it's your first time, boys?
oh, mother trucker.
Here,
Hey,
hold on.
poke mine. Just poke it for me.
Here, take this one.
All right, fair enough.
Just poke it.
Poke it up.
You got it, bud?
Because you got the nice triangle. You got it all
Yeah,
fancy.
I know what I'm doing.
Fanced up.
Not as much as.
You got the angle. Danny's got his upside down.
I don't know what
Fucking.
Danny's doing over there. It's all right, though.
I got half mine's gone, so I guess I'll start.
Yeah, great.
It's a good start.
Hey, have you seen the one videos where you're like, so say me and Shane are doing it, and then
Oh, and they
Luke's in
blow
the
it.
middle and they blow it.
Yeah.
Instead of like you pop it and you just
They
go,
aim it at you and blow the whole beer in your face.
What?
Oh
Yeah.
my god, what the
you
fuck?
guys never seen that?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I've seen them.
We're not doing it.
You want to do it?
No.
But no.
I mean, I always want to do that.
I
too.
mean, I was
Yeah,
wondering,
I
like,
kind of have one.
all right, well, cheers, boys.
Cheers.
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 If we can only have the Macho Man for this one.
Oh, God, we should have had Anthony tonight. Macho Man, Nasty Savage.
oh my
This
goodness.
whole room's gonna fucking reek like beer tomorrow.
Forrest is going to be pissed.
Smells like my underwear.
He gets mad at me. He's like, I don't even smoke cigarettes
Forrest?
in here.
Who's Forrest?
He's the guy that owns the building, the rest of the building. And
God, I knew some fucking weirdo named Forrest. He used to live in Imperial Point.
it's probably him.
Is he your age?
Yeah. Jewish with sideburns?
Red hair?
No, black hair.
Oh. No, this dude was like super cocaine, so I doubt he did.
Oh,
anything.
no.
No, it's
That's
definitely
not
not him.
Okay.
Woo! Another one cracked, ready to go. All right, now I need a real big beer.
Now I need a sipper.
Need a casual one from time to time.
Now I need something to just coast with.
We forgot to hit the bow wow.
Hey, Bubba, can we use that? Because you ain't doing shit no more.
Bubby,
off the
Bubba,
radio.
please don't copyright strike me.
Oh yeah, where were we?
Where did we leave
We're
off?
about to talk about how me and you started talking.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. How'd you guys?
Well, he would come up. He would come up to see me,
Well, I
but
think
I don't know the.
Even before that,
How long does it go by till your first visit?
well, I went and saw him in county, and then
Yeah.
like we tried to hang out like in between, and you know like you can't be around people that are like wrapped up in stuff like that, and you know
Yeah.
you try to spend holidays together. He comes up, he's fucked up, he doesn't know what he's doing. And it's like you just have to understand that and give him his space. And then I don't know. I remember exactly where I was when my mom called me.
Just like when you see a train coming down the tracks, you don't go stand in front of
Yeah,
it.
Right.
I'm not gonna stop a train. Like, stop what you're doing.
You just wave as it goes by.
Yeah.
It's like running into the middle of traffic and trying to stop every car that's going by you. It's useless. You're just gonna destroy yourself. So you just gotta accept the things that are gonna go past you, and it's like hopefully we'll meet up again one day. And time goes by, and I'm living my life. And I remember when my mom called me, and there was a time in my life where every time my mom called me, I expected her to tell me that your brother's dead.
Yeah.
And it was like a solid like 4 years. Anytime I'd get a call from her, whether it was good or bad, I always expected the first words out of her mouth to be like, Jake's dead.
Yeah, but I can't die, so.
He can't die. He's a fucking cockroach.
No, I should have been dead like a million times.
Should have been dead. And I had accepted that. It's like, I just accepted the fact like I had a brother growing up, but I never had a brother growing up. And it was just somebody that was sharing this experience of me living in the same space, coming from the same space, but we never really like had a connection because we were always just so different. And when he went to, I was gonna mix jail or prison.
Prison.
When like you go away and like where you were at for like a couple of years.
Prison.
It's prison.
Yeah.
So when he went to prison, like some time had passed, and I think I just like asked for your address or whatever, and I just like started writing you letters.
Yeah. No, it was awesome because it's like you've been fucked up, but like people you used to hang out with, like you didn't do nothing wrong to them, but they see how fucked up you are, so everybody starts backing away.
They cut you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that everybody just starts backing away, and then that's when you start like falling back toward all these other like you're doing the same shit. Like it's like the fucking junkie scene or something. You know what I mean? Just kind of you fall back into that crowd because nobody gives a fuck what you do. They don't care if you're dead or alive. Or,
Right.
You know what I mean? So
And all that shit falls away, and like, and I kind of saw the opportunity to have the brother that I always wanted. And I remember very vividly, I got this Simpsons anatomy book that teaches you how to draw every character from The Simpsons.
Nice.
And I remember drawing this like picture of Homer and then just like writing the note in it about like, hey, remember when like we used to like watch The Simpsons and like eat checkers and like hang out and like all this shit. I really miss you.
I would make him actually eat checker pieces, not
yeah,
checkers.
it was actual checkers.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't
Forced
eat
to
them.
eat checkers?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't eat it. He like shoved them up my ass and would like laugh about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then throw me off the roof into the pool. But no, like
You ever butt chug checkers?
I love when a big
Wait.
Buford's just riding
The
up
big
there.
You mean
Buford.
when you like lay down like that little rug, the checkers rug, and the fucking pieces are like that big?
Yeah.
The,
all of them.
the Cracker Barrel checkers.
Yeah, the Cracker Barrel.
The golf tees.
We just fucked
Trying to tell you.
we just shit all over his heartfelt story.
My bad. We shouldn't have shotgunned
cool.
the
I've been
beer
doing it my
before
whole
that.
life.
Yeah.
This is the problem with our relationship. Like,
You're drawing Homer Simpson. You're drawing Homer Simpson.
no, it's like anytime I like try to like talk, he just is an idiot. And then we're both idiots at heart, so it just like spirals, and we're just like two turds in a toilet sharing this experience, getting flushed down the drain.
This drain called life.
This drain called
Yeah,
life.
it is.
The same fate waits us all. But you know, I'm glad to be sharing the same toilet with everybody sitting at this table and the person working the camera who didn't want to shotgun a beer. Not to call anybody out.
No, but it's awesome because that's what I was saying. Like, you kind of lose touch with people you hung out with and like real friends.
Yeah.
They back off, and it's not because they don't like you. It's just because you're fucking out of control. And like me, I'm like, I'm mad. Like, why is everybody backing off? And then, well, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go fucking harder. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck these nerds.
Right.
And
Fucking
then,
nerds.
yeah.
So I mean, that's just basically how it was. So I mean, like, you're sitting in there, and like you don't hear from nobody, and then you're sober too, and you're like, but you don't like really get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like what was that when you?
It
What was that?
was-
No, explain what it was like after it had been X amount of time between when you got arrested, spent all the time in county, then you finally got transferred to prison.
Yeah.
At
Well-
that point, what was your like? What were you thinking about like the drug addiction and the pills? Like, was that how far behind you was that at that point?
It wasn't that far behind me. Like, I was
Really?
still like, you just kind of blame everything else, but like what really happened. You know what I mean? You're just grasping onto shit to blame it on.
Okay.
Kind of, and that's kind of what I was talking about. Like, after like 3 years, like, I remember talking to my mom, and she was like, she came to visit me, and she's like, you're totally different. Like, she could tell.
After a
And
couple
then
years?
After like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of cliche to say, but like a fog lifted off my brain to where I thought, like, I'm like, oh, okay. Because it's like, I'm not stupid. I just did a lot of stupid shit. You know what I mean?
right,
So, but I mean, that was cool hearing her say that, and just kind of reconnecting with my brother. You know what I mean? Because I was a huge fucking dick.
Yeah.
So,
Massive.
yeah. So I mean, And then it's like you feel bad. You feel bad, like shit you've done to people that care about you.
Yeah.
And that you'd always push away. And then, you know what I mean? Just kind of shit like that. So you deal with a lot. It was harder mentally than anything. Like physically, nobody fucked with me. I got in one fight.
One fight. Your
One
whole
fight.
time.
So when you're doing the whole DOC tour in Florida, you people transfer all the time. So anywhere you go, like if you do something really fucked up at some camp, there's always going to be somebody at your next camp that knows what you did.
Yeah.
So I was playing poker, and it's like you shouldn't really be gambling while you're locked up if you're trying to stay out of trouble and shit like that, because it was pretty much me and like a bunch of black dudes fucking gambling all the time, and like they call me the Great White Hope.
So what?
They call me the Great White Hope because like I'm not fucking. A lot of white dudes that go into prison are fucking lame and green as fuck. Like are fucking big time fucking pussies.
Yeah.
And like I wasn't, and I fucking knew how to gamble, and I'm not fucking stupid. So I remember one time we are gambling. It's just with this big ass dude from Tampa. He calls me a bitch one day at the poker table. And he said, "Go get some more money, broke bitch." And I told him, "Don't you fuck?" I was like, "Don't call me a fucking bitch." And he goes, "All right, bitch." And I go, I took all the chips I had and I threw it in his face. And you tell him get there, and that's like a part of the pod to where they can't see you fight, where the guard station can't really see you. So I'm like, all right, well, I thought I was gonna get the shit beat out of me. So I was like, all
This
right,
dude
well,
was that big?
oh yeah, he was bigger than me, but he was he's a big fucking goofball anyway.
Okay.
But we ended up being friends like after being at different camps and all that. So we were fighting, we were lined up, and you fight like down this wall. So he like kind of kept running from me, like backing up, and it's like I just want to fight, just get this fucking shit over with. So I ended up like hitting him one good time, and he was like, "Oh, I'm done." I'll go, "All right," because that's how I am. Like fighting with me is win or lose. I'm cool after, man. Like
Right.
I got it off my chest.
Right.
Like I don't give a fuck if I get beat up, because if you have not gotten beat up in your life, you have not fought anybody worth fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but after that, I had to stay up for three fucking.
That was a good quote.
Fucking strong, dude.
Yeah.
No, it's the truth.
Burn that on the side of a
If you have never gotten beat up in your life,
That's an epic quote.
you have never fought anybody worth fighting, because you're picking and choosing weak people to fight.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that's the whole prison thing, is people prey on the weak.
Yeah.
Is basically what I'm getting into. So, but after that, I mean, it's just, the guy I fought was from Tampa, and there happened to be like four other dudes from his neighborhood in there, and for him to stop against a white boy, that was a big whole fucking thing. So I had to stay up for 3 days straight. So I did not get my fucking head bashed in with a lock.
Just to watch your back and stuff.
Well, no, because a lot of time, because people are scared. They act tough, but they're fucking scared.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
I've waken up in the middle of the night when I was in there, and people will take their belt and put it on, because we have like the school master locks to put on our drawers for
They
like
put it on
our
the belt.
commissary and all that. So, but like
put it
I've
in
waken
the sock.
up at 3 a.m. to like a dude next to me is getting his fucking head bashed in with the
No.
fucking lock. Yeah. So, but it's like all I'm hearing for like it's all lights out. It's probably like midnight now. And then I'm just like, "Oh, you let that cracker get over on you? You let that cracker get over on you?" And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to be up for 3 fucking days." So I'm like trying to read books, and I'm just like, I'm pretty much just like eating instant coffee, trying to like stay awake. And it's just like, oh God, it's like the worst feeling. But
because
then
you're
after
just
that,
waiting for
well,
somebody to
no,
come
just
at
like a
you, or-
retaliation, because
Right, you're anticipating something.
Because a lot of people, I would say fucking 90% of people in prison are fucking pussies.
Yeah.
That they would wait and sneak up on you, or wait till you're sleeping.
When
or-
you say this guy below you got his head bashed in, like,
Yeah.
did he survive?
Oh yeah, he survived. Yeah.
Were people
they're
getting killed? Like,
I never saw anybody get killed.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, like, I've seen. Okay, so like shit you see in the movies and on the shows, it happens. It doesn't happen every fucking day.
Right.
Like I've been 20 feet away from like these guys. They were chasing this guy around, and when he swung, I was like, wow, he fucking hits like a bitch. You right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, why the fuck's he punching him like that? And I go, oh my God, he's stabbing him. So these two guys, these two guys are stabbing the fuck out of this dude. But I'm like, those guys hit like fucking pussies, man. Right? But I'm like, oh shit, they're fucking stabbing them. And I'm like 20 feet away.
Let's go.
But it's like your fucking heart's racing, dude, because you're like, holy fuck, man. Like, and like we wear light blue, like canvas uniforms kind of deal. And it's just like there's no blue left. It's all blue.
It's all red.
It's all red. Yeah.
Oh my.
So like I've seen that happen. Yeah, it's just like I've seen everything like you would see in a show or a movie.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen all the time like that. Yeah. Because most people are just trying to chill. I mean, like you got a little bit of freedom.
Yeah.
You're not really trying to fuck that up and go to confinement to where.
Right.
Because you are always fucking hungry in there, and like being able to hit that commissary window is like
It's everything.
that is
like-
everything.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
if they ever took commissary out of prison, I would have killed everybody and then killed myself. I'm over it. Yeah. No, it's
How
like
dare you take my honey buns?
My honey buns and my
I mean,
instant coffee.
dude. I mean, that's all you got, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think about it.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
like people would get in fights over a fucking ramen noodle soup.
Oh, yeah.
and it doesn't matter. It's the like that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's the fucking principle.
Yeah.
but it's like it's just
It's
hard to
not.
get down to that petty.
It's a soup.
Yeah.
It's a goddamn soup, man. It's like, do you really want to fucking die over a fucking ramen
50
noodle?
cent soup.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. It's fucked, man. Like it's like I try to explain it, and people are like, "What's it like?" I'm like, "It's really gay and just like a whole nother like subculture of a subculture.
Really gay?
Really gay, yeah."
Why?
There's a lot of gay shit that goes on.
They do that. A lot of people think that
Is drop the soap real?
if you're gay for the stay, it's okay because you're not on the street.
Okay.
Like I've heard conversations like that, and it's just Oh, the soap
if you're
dropping.
gay for the stay.
Gay for the stay, yeah.
Some
it's
people they're okay with being gay in prison.
Oh, I've also heard. I've
that's
also
what I
heard.
say. That's what I say. Leave it at
I've
the gate.
also heard. Okay,
Right.
this is a funny one. This is a real funny one. So I was at Polk. I probably had like 2 years left, and you know, like sometimes you're just fucking over everybody. You can never get away from anybody.
Yeah.
And I'm in a 2-man cell. I'm laying on my bunk, and in the next cell next to me, there's these 3 guys talking there. He's like, "How am I gay, motherfucker? He was sucking my dick. He's a fucking cocksucker." and then like the same conversation, it's like, "Nah, man, he's gay. He's gay. He's like gay on the street gay." Like that's like kind of the mentality. I don't know. It's just
Wow.
really weird.
I
Like
understand what
I don't
you're
got
saying.
no I don't got no problem. I mean, that just sounds kind of fucked to even say, but it's just
Yeah.
like this the shit people like
It's the things that you tell yourself to get through what you need
Right.
to get through because it's
yeah,
such
just
a
like
traumatic experience in there.
the reasoning people have for doing shit in there.
Right, is insane.
It doesn't make sense to.
It doesn't make sense to people like that are outside. It's
Well,
it's
even
different.
for me, it didn't really make sense because I was like just logically thinking about stuff was just like.
Yeah.
Right, you got your dick sucked by a dude, but
Well,
you
I'm not
think
even
you're
talking. I
not
mean,
gay.
like, yeah, but that aside, but just like the way. I mean, but a lot of people that's just like a mental thing. Like you are traumatized, but nobody would admit that in there.
Yeah,
About that, but people, you know, your mind helps you get through it, and some people just do weird fucking shit while they're in there. Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You come up with the stories that you need to tell yourself to justify
cope with it.
your actions in there, and you're coping, because you have nothing else to do in there, and it's
Right.
like there's no human affection other than the people that are around you, and if that's what you need to do to get by, then that's what you need to do to get by.
Yeah, but that's all that. But yeah, that's all good. But it was like people were just like the reasonings. Like I would hear people reasoning about just a little aspect of the whole.
Right, they're coming up with a reason for everything.
For everything.
Is
yeah.
there one thing that happened in the entire like one part of the entire experience that just sticks out to you as like that,
Yeah,
that was
like
the most
what-
fucked up thing I ever saw?
What really fucking bothered me was okay, when I first went in and like child molesters and shit. Florida is so fucked. I would fuck with these dudes so bad. People would. I remember getting on top of this one dude. He was in his bed. Like I would call mom and ask because people were like, "Oh, he's a chomo or whatever." So, but I
Chomo,
would,
yeah.
chomo. So I wouldn't know that for sure. I would call my mom. I would call my mom a lot of times, even if I was hanging out with somebody. I'd call my mom, tell them to look them up,
Okay.
like so I know what they're in there for.
Oh, okay.
So, because it's like I do not want to be fucking hanging out with the child molester.
Right,
or
right.
Somebody like did some really fucked up. Like we all did fucked up shit, but for you to like do that to a kid.
Was it easy to kind of figure out who did what?
I mean,
like
some
what kind of people
some
they were?
people were, and then I remember this one dude. I got on. He was taking a nap. I just went on top of him, put my elbow in his throat. He woke up, and then I fucking had a big old mouthful of skull, and I fucking spit it all in his face. And then I slapped him. I got up. He just looked at me. It was just like, well, this fucking sucks. He didn't even fucking say nothing. You know what I mean? Because it's like half those motherfuckers know, man, like it's fucked. And like people, a couple of times when I would do it, people would like try to fight me, but it's not like they would just talk shit. It's not actually trying to fight me kind of deal like that. But just for you to stick up for somebody like that. I know.
Maybe they didn't know he was a chomo.
Oh, they all knew.
They did.
Everybody
Okay.
knows.
Is it
Yeah.
Everybody
apparent
else
that somebody
knows,
is?
right?
But a lot of people will. Some people will stick up for those guys because if they buy them like commissary and shit like that. So, but you're kind of like selling your soul to the devil. So it's like fuck. I don't know. I just don't get it how you could.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But so you would call your
Well, I
mom
would say
and
Florida-
be like, look this guy up,
Look up who's in jail and
No,
she would
no.
know what he's in for.
she would look him up.
Oh no, you can. Yeah, she can go. You can go
So you'd
online and
call
look
her.
up anybody.
Yeah,
I would.
And
Yeah,
she
I
would do
call
that
her.
for you, though. I'm saying.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there was a few people I kind of like hung out with. You know what I mean?
I have
Yeah.
a fucking fresh beer.
Shout out to mom for
Yeah.
fucking looking it up.
Well,
Shout out to
you
Mom for
kind of like
everything.
have to, man. But I don't.
Right.
But Florida is fucked, dude. Like in every aspect of Florida, not the prison, but
Florida is a hellhole.
but for every aspect of Florida, it's fucked. Nobody gives a fuck about anything. Nobody's like
No morals or
there's few people who are true to what they do.
Yeah.
Who really give a fuck, and I think it's just from everybody moving here. There's no background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you go to New York or you go to Pennsylvania, like there's generations and generations of
right,
people.
exactly.
You know what I mean? But like here, it's like
no one's from here.
It's just
like
a
here,
mixed
and it's
breed
just
of
like a
everybody.
fucking- and I don't know. I think
There's
that's,
just a
like,
bunch of
the big
fucked up
problem.
Florida
I know,
idiots.
it's a bunch. It's just a bunch of rich fucking white people fucking up this whole fucking state.
a
Go fuck
a bunch
yourself.
of rich white people and a bunch of
Make it-
fucking addicts.
Making all the laws.
Yeah.
The thing that always fucked with me the most about like how you explained your experience was, you know, it's a little detail, and like when you talk about it, like it doesn't really seem like a big deal, but the fact that there's no air conditioning in any of the prisons.
Oh yeah,
in
summertime
Florida is so fucked up.
That is fun.
Oh no, summertime, dude. Like there is no sleeping.
That's
like,
oppressive.
like you take like you go to sleep at night. You're probably waking up 5-6 times, like just drenched in sweat. Like you piss the bed. Like that's how fucking wet it is.
Wow.
Because you're sleeping on plastic fucking mats. It's they have windows, but it's that big. But they put a piece of metal over it, and there's probably like 10 or 15 drill holes.
Little holes, yeah.
Little drill holes, like for
So you're
air.
barely getting any air.
Well, we would throw up in the window what we call the AC. you take a couple forks and the trash bag, and I don't know how the fucking this works, but you would rig it out to where it would catch wind and blow it to your bunk.
to your bunk.
Yeah.
Right, there's some genius shit that happens.
dude,
in
there's,
prison,
Wow.
right?
Is there any other
there is
prison
real
technology?
life fucking MacGyvers
Like
in there, dude.
fucking yeah, genius shit.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, but I mean, that's the whole thing. I remember my dad coming to see me, and he's like, "How do you do this?" And I was like, "You're either gonna do it or you're gonna lay down, or you know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you get thrown into something, you're gonna do it, and you're gonna figure out how to make it the easiest way possible." So it was just
That's crazy.
there's a lot of
You didn't have a choice.
yeah you, didn't have a
Yeah,
choice.
you had no
Just-
choice.
just
You
do
said
it.
that.
I'm just
I'm
here.
here. Fuck it.
I'm just here for the ride and the honey buns, man.
For the honey buns, baby. Icing frosted honey buns or just plain?
Frosted all day, man.
Yeah, baby. Come on.
Dude, that was like, I was like, when I got out, I was in like the best shape of my life, and I probably ate 5 ramen noodle soups a day.
When you got out or
Yeah.
when you were
No, when I
Oh,
was
yeah.
in there the whole time,
Yeah.
like I probably ate 5 ramen noodle soups a day, like at least 2 honey buns, just eating total shit,
Right.
dude.
And you were still in the best shape.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, man.
I remember when he got out on work release and like we were trying to work out together, and he's like smoking cigarettes, drinking instant coffee, and like eating like gas
Oh, yeah,
station
no.
food. Like,
Wait,
I
wait,
can't
wait,
fucking
wait,
keep
wait.
up with
You
him.
were-
He's like doing push-ups with my mom on his back. I'm like, motherfucker, keep up. And like,
You guys were trying to work out together when you got out.
no, we were working out together.
Yeah.
How did that go? Hey man, you want to work out?
Well, it was just a way
where
for
were you?
us to bond.
Where
Yeah.
were you working out at?
Oh, his that place Fusion that he was living at in St. Pete.
Oh, okay.
Before that,
Was it at the house?
At the house.
Oh yeah,
My
the
mom and
cottage.
dad's house.
Okay.
Oh,
so you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
were working out like in the driveway or something?
It was like working out in the driveway. Like he was showing me like what they used to do like to pass the time and work out. It was just like all squats, push-ups,
Yeah.
and just like lifting random shit. So, like all the different kinds of push-ups I always thought were like really interesting because you know you got like your basic ones.
Yeah.
And you got the ones like where you crawl, and it's like okay we're gonna crawl all the way down the driveway and then do push-ups. And then you're just like kind of doing this army crawl, but you're push-upping too.
It's fucking
And the whole time you're
gnarly.
smoking, dipping, and drinking instant coffee.
Oh yeah, dude. I would be on the rec yard on the pull-up bar with a mouthful of skull and like a top roll-up cigarette, smoking it.
doing pull-ups.
I mean, that's how you had to add resistance. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Didn't you say at one point
So
they
sick.
banned cigarettes?
Yeah, they took the cigarettes out. I forgot what year that was, but they gave us a year notice, and so we're like, oh, it's a year. But then that shit went by so fast.
right, like nothing.
So-
Next day.
So that was probably like it was like October one year, and then we saw like flyers everywhere. It was like, wait, what? It's like that's pretty much all you have, and you know what I mean?
Right, it's like a
Like
little bit of
smoking-
freedom.
Yeah. So they were gonna ban it the next October that year, but they were gonna stop selling them the September before. So like the whole year goes by, and then at the end everybody's fucking scrambling.
Everyone's going
buying
crazy.
them, fucking burying them on the fucking yard. So they stopped selling them, and then, I mean, the price of a $5 pack of top went up to like 200. It just kept doubling. Like it went to 10, then 20, then 40, and then it got all the way up to like $250.
God
I heard
damn.
some of the reception centers when the people
Jesus.
first come in,
Yeah.
they were going for like $500-$600 for one fucking like small ass pack of top.
Wow. So that made it easy to quit smoking.
Yeah, I like to eat. I like to eat.
Commissary's
I don't-
nice.
I don't like smoking fucking $40 like pin joints of
Little
tobacco.
pinners. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
Now, what about
Pinners.
what about when you
Pinners.
finally got out? Like, what was it
Skinny
like?
Vinnies.
Do you remember what it was like
Minis.
leading up to your release? Like leading up. To
I was
like,
I was at work release. Oh, okay. This is another.
Oh
really
yeah, so you
fucked
got to
up
go.
story.
You went to a camp after that, or what?
I went to work release at the Largo Goodwill. It was right across the street from Diamond Dolls on 19.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
oh, yeah.
Fuck
but
yeah.
before I got there,
Fuck yeah.
Is that by Celebration Station?
it is at right there.
Yeah, it's close to there.
It's close. Not that close though. So,
Not close enough.
So I go to the Goodwill. It's shut down now, but I went there. But before I got there, there was a motherfucker that raped some chick at fucking Diamond Dolls that was out there, and then another guy killed. It was at least one or two people, and then set the house on fire.
Damn.
That was at work release. I mean, work release is you have less than a fucking year left.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And what do they
least-
make you do for work?
Oh, you go get a regular job.
You just go.
can go out
and you're living in
and
like a
job.
halfway house, or
No, I mean
they just take you out of.
it's pretty much like a halfway house, but it's still DOC. It's not like an actual prison.
Okay.
It's like super low custody.
Yeah.
So, but you don't have that much fucking time left, and these fucking stupid cocksuckers did like the dumbest shit, and I don't know. It was that whole thing of like doing that much time. Like that was the first time like me really doing time. So being that gone that long, I'm like, I can definitely wait
Yeah, I'm good.
to go do like all this dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you rode your bike, like how far to go?
I worked
To work?
I worked two jobs, so I would leave the center at like 5 a.m. and ride my bike from there to Indian Rocks Beach
Holy
every day. So
shit.
I was doing like 22 miles a day, but I would leave the center at like 5.
Where was the center?
The center was right across the street from Diamond Dolls
On 19.
in the East
Okay.
Bay.
Okay.
That's far as fuck.
So I
Okay,
got all the way
that's
to
really
the
far.
That's a
every
far
day.
ass bike ride.
That's a
I'd
far
work-
drive.
I'd work
Yeah, that's a far. That is a far drive.
I'd work two jobs.
I don't even drive that far, honestly.
want
Like that's a
to.
far
Yeah,
drive.
but I would get back by like midnight, 11 o'clock or midnight, and I think it was 11. I'd get back because that was like our curfew. So then I would get like 2 hours of sleep, and I would just keep doing it. But I was so fucking pumped just to be able to just
Right, you're feeling a little
riding
bit
my
of freedom
bike,
and shit, right?
Just riding my bike, working, and just kind of feeling normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of being like a normal person
In the world.
I guess. Well, not really normal, but
Right.
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
But you're not in prison anymore.
But I mean, if
I'm,
you're
I'm riding a bike.
if you're riding your bike in Florida, then there's something wrong with you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's like the people on the bus that take a bus in Florida. You're like, God, he's a fucking drug addict, or he got a fucking DUI. But
Yeah,
it's like you
he's
go to
no
a big
license.
City, I mean, that's fucking normal.
That's what you do.
But down here, you look down at everybody that's not fucking riding a car.
Or you see somebody walking on the side, like DUI, definitely.
Yeah.
No. So I mean, I love that, but that shit came to after those guys did that shit. I remember one morning, woke up at like 3 a.m. All the it was like the riot squad. I forgot what the fuck their name was in there for prison. They all came in all of our doors, said, "All right, motherfuckers, pack your shit. You're going back to prison." I was like,
No.
"Oh God!" So I had to go back to one of that reception camp I first went to. Went through that whole fucking shit again.
Back in Polk.
No, that was Orlando.
I was in Orlando.
Yeah, so I had to go through like that whole shit when I first went back to prison, and then so it was like, was that like 2 or 3 months?
Yeah. And then you went to Polk.
Yeah, then we went to. No, that was after Polk. Oh yeah, no,
They
I
put
went
you
to,
back in it.
Oh no, I
Were
was
you ever in Coleman?
No,
Okay,
Coleman.
that's a
Oh
big,
no, that's federal.
that's federal.
That's federal. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, Coleman's federal camp. That's yeah, you got to do like a lot, real big shit to do that.
Yeah, do something.
You do, yeah. That's like the Harvard for criminals.
Yeah.
Remember? We went
That's
to-
where Matt Cox was, right?
Yeah, but you remember we
What
went
about
to
Mike
the camp-
Oxbig? Was he there too?
He was definitely there.
That's a change.
I heard about him.
No, but Dave Clark, you remember him?
Yeah.
Remember Dave Clark? He's
I
in
remember.
Coleman right now.
Still?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Was that one of your buddies?
His get out
There was some dude
get out
that-
is 2037.
2037.
He's done.
But he loves God.
Yeah, he's super religious.
That is really all that matters,
Yeah.
especially in Florida.
Yeah.
So you didn't find
yeah,
Jesus in
Jesus
prison?
actually.
No,
Jesus is in Florida.
we don't get along.
He's at Mar-a-Lago.
You and Jesus?
Well, yeah, I mean, we really don't get along because all these Christians out here, they're always talking about forgiveness.
Yeah.
But since I've been out of prison, it's every time I try to go do something, it's like, gross, you're a felon. Pff, you can go fuck off.
You check that
Yeah.
box, fuck
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's like all of our laws, whether you like it or not, are based on Christian values.
Yeah.
Everything is based on Christian values.
Yeah.
Which they say church and state is separate is bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it's that whole fucking forgiveness thing, you fucking cocksuckers, that I'd never get forgiven. Even when I was just in Pennsylvania when we got the house to rent,
Yeah.
there was a few places that would not even talk to me because of my background.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I don't know, just not even talking to somebody before and just kind of judging
Yeah.
them on that.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Because they don't
so-
know you.
Yeah.
And you have made like I feel like a full fucking 360.
Oh, yeah. Well,
from-
because I
from
just
where you've come from.
I've learned that there's more. Jesus Christ, there's more.
we can answer that on the air
Yeah,
if
you can
it's
answer
good.
it.
Yeah,
Answer
hold
it. Answer it.
Oh, hey, what's up, babe?
Hey, babe, how's it going?
Oh, it's fucking sucks. These guys fucking they don't know what they're doing.
You're You're live.
You're live on the air.
You're not live.
She's
Well, you
stoked.
sound like you're having fun.
She's fucking stoked.
You get your room cleaned up or what?
I'm sleepy.
All right, go to bed. I'll be home later.
Hey,
Love you.
love you. How long do you think you'll be?
I don't know. We're
4 hours.
still in prison.
Couple hours.
We're still in prison.
We're still in
We haven't even made it to MDF yet.
Yeah.
What?
Do you want to tell the story about how we met?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
God,
What?
that's an easy one.
That's an easy one.
So we're not going to the...
No. If you're sleepy, go to bed.
No, I'm not going to bed. I'm late now.
Okay. Well, I'll see you in a little bit or a few hours.
We'll see what comes first.
You're just prolonging it being on the phone right now. You're just prolonging it being on the phone. Love you, baby.
Love you.
Bye. Dang, I thought I turned it on.
Shout out
So
to
that's
Ryan.
your shout out to your wife.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan.
Yeah.
Wait, how
yeah.
long after you got out did you meet your wife?
God, I got out in February. I met her in May. It was like love at first sight. You know what I mean?
I guess.
3 months later, Luke, you were there, right?
Where did you meet
I
her?
orchestrated the whole trip.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What was it?
Give us the story. Yeah.
So like another thing that helped me and Jake in our relationship was heavy metal. And
You got him into it, right?
yeah, I helped guide him towards the healing powers and righteousness of heavy metal.
It is way better than
Yeah.
Jesus. I highly recommend heavy metal over Jesus.
Because the Jake that I remember
100%
before
about what Jake said.
is like is completely different. For
Although,
sure.
although I will say Jake did
I,
have like the Trap House Gucci Man CD when it first came out.
100%.
Did you really?
And I remember my mom
I
like
said-
picking
yeah,
it up
yeah.
and like, look at this girl cooking at the stove naked.
Like, when I remember Jake,
I need to
She's
listen
got
to
a
that.
big old booty.
oh yeah, big old black dong thing spanking out there.
That looks amazing. Please let me
Yeah.
borrow it.
I went through a lot
a
of
big
phases, kind of
transformation for
trying to
sure.
like find yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, you
that's
definitely you found yourself.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of the problem with down here because that's like goes back to the whole thing about nobody's really into anything down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got all these old fucks and all they do is drink. There's just like there's really nothing going on around here if you think about it for young people. I used to skateboard all the time.
Yeah.
I had my hip surgery. I couldn't do that anymore.
Said nothing.
So I had nothing. I had nothing but
Yeah.
drugs and rap.
Yeah, because when I remember Jake, it was like when we were young, it was like the Hot Boys,
Yeah.
like big timers,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jake.
Like early Cash Money shit.
Cash money and respect
Cash
your
money
wife.
for the
but Jake
9,
always
man.
had. There was like always the parties at your house. Jake always had the baddest bitches all around town for sure. Like I remember like seeing like titties for maybe the first time. It was definitely like with Jake.
Were they mine?
No, they weren't yours. It was like the first time I seen a real pair of like women's titties was definitely probably a party at your house. I
Always
remember-
a girl screaming from like.
Oh
across
yeah,
the room.
I remember Luke telling me a story one time. He's like,
Oh, yeah,
I
that
walked
one-
into my room and there was just this girl, and Jake was like, yeah, go in there and check it out, and she was just spread eagle.
Oh, my God.
on your
No, I
bed.
forgot
And
the
he's like,
chick's
I
name,
saw
but she
the
was
pu-
like-
he's like, that was the first time I
she
seen a
was like-
pussy.
that girl
forever.
No, she was like Luke's size. You know what I mean? She was like one of those like small girls. No, it was like they kind of looked
She
like the
was
same
also
age.
in 4th grade.
And we were in like middle school.
They were in middle school, not 4th grade.
But, like you were
clarify.
the coolest back then to me for sure.
I remember like
big
going to
time.
like the Reddington Pier and smoking Black and Milds with you when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah,
Yes,
right?
This is living.
Yeah, we would party at the house and we would go like ride our bicycles to Luke's house, and you would already be there, and all your friends and fucking mad girls, and I would just
mutton
look
room?
at it in the mutton room, and with
The
the fucking
scoreboard.
the scoreboard on the wall.
I'm glad you guys like carried that tradition on.
Oh
It made me
my
like
God. Oh,
we didn't
yeah.
when I
carry it
saw
on.
that.
All our,
Well, no.
all our
We
scores
didn't-
are stacked. None of
that's
them are real.
Yeah, they're definitely weighted.
No, I
heavy
mean,
we were too busy
that's
playing,
that's
like,
kind of
Rush
how like our
64.
scores were. There was only like 2 of us that actually really scored on the scoreboard.
But that was so sick back then. Man.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you gotta have fun. I mean, I just kind of floated through life my whole life,
Yeah.
kind of not knowing. It wasn't a bad. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it's like I kind of went through life not knowing how to do anything but fucking party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but
So
I kind of, I guess prison probably was the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Guaranteed.
Honestly,
Yeah.
if I had to do it again the same way, I would.
Really.
Yeah.
Because you'd be dead if it was.
Well,
Didn't
I
happen.
can't die, but my life's a lot better.
Yeah.
now
You can't
after I
die.
went to
You're
prison.
immortal.
I guess.
That's right, Dad. Then fuck off. Tell me I'm not. So, yeah, man, it's just weird how everything kind of keeps working out and
Yeah.
learning shit. I mean, I learned more from prison than I have from anybody in my whole life.
A lot of people that I've talked to that have been in prison for a long time say they've met a lot of their best friends in prison. Is that have you?
Well, I met a couple of buddies. I mean, I wouldn't say they're my best friends, but I still keep in touch with 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to Chunk and Doug.
Chunk.
Yeah.
What up, Doug?
What up, dude?
Hey, Chunk, hit that truffle shuffle, bitch.
He's wider than he is tall.
Yeah, he's
And then-
my buddy's. He's 5 foot tall and 5 foot wide.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of like that girl on Willy Wonka, the blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
just like her.
Oh hell yeah.
But he doesn't float. He
Well,
sinks.
with really short hair.
He's super thick, then.
He is so
thick.
fucking thick.
There's like 10 C's.
He's like a full Snickers.
Oh,
King size.
Way bigger. He's like yeah.
Oh fuck.
So back to heavy metal.
Yeah, where were we?
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal. Yeah.
Is
So-
the law.
Goddamn better believe it. Heavy metal is the fucking law. And if you don't agree with that, then you just need to tune out right now because we don't have time for you.
All right, let's take a 5-second break so these nerds can fucking tune off.
A moment of silence for the nerds.
A moment of silence for the fucking nerds that think Metallica started at the Black Album. Fuck you. Fuck Load. Fuck Reload. And fuck anything after that.
I just found out that Load is the album cover is actually blood and semen.
I always thought that the album cover was Guy Fieri's forearms.
It's real blood and semen on that album cover.
Oh.
I just found that out.
Who's blood and who's semen?
I have
Guy
no
Fieri's.
idea. Yeah,
Guy
probably.
Fieri.
It was the first time anybody has been taken to Flavortown.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Somebody called Billy Mays for the OxyClean.
Anyway,
Back to the heavy metal.
so while Jake was partying, doing all his things, and doing all that shit, I discovered heavy metal, listening to Metallica, Slayer,
Yeah.
and all the things that you find out early on in your journey through non-commercial music. Me and Shane went to a couple casualties shows.
Yeah, a lot
together.
of casualty
A lot of
shows.
casualty shows. That was
Yeah.
one of the first shows I went to.
For sure.
Remember when who almost got beat up by the lead singer?
Was that Alex?
I think it was Alex.
It was probably
Peppers.
Alex.
Who,
Yeah.
Tigers?
That's-
yeah.
Yeah,
I-
that sounds about right.
Yeah, I think he like
The guy Jorge almost whooped his
yeah,
ass.
who's not the lead singer anymore actually, but yeah, I remember them. I don't know what we were crazy back then. We would just wild out at those shows and throw beers on stage and fucking. We were like 16, 17 drinking beers out there and
Yep.
getting fucked up, but yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yep.
So, that whole thing progresses and you just dive down the bottomless pit that is like the legacy of heavy metal. And it's just something that always stuck with me. And I feel like once I discovered that, I had my thing and the thing that like I could really own. And as Jake was going through his thing, like I had my thing. And, as he was suffering through whatever he was suffering through and going through whatever he was going through with my parents, like I just had like my Slayer and Metallica albums. And it's very typical, but sometimes typical and cliche is what you need to get through the really hard times.
Yeah.
And I always wanted him there and I always wished that like he could understand why this music was good and like why there was something there for you. There's something there for everybody. Like no matter what emotion you're feeling, no matter what you're going through, you can throw on any one of those classic albums and work through it. And it just stuck with me. And
So
for
you
some-
passed it to him?
yeah, for some reason, like when we started writing and corresponding with each other while he was in prison.
Yeah.
He
Thanks
was
for, thanks for keeping bringing that up like that.
Not the feds.
Yeah.
Not the
Definitely
feds
No,
though.
I just wanna make sure I'm correct.
I'm a bottom of the barrel fucking criminal.
he got a
Cockroach criminal.
He got a
Yeah.
music player, and he was able to buy like single MP3s. And
Oh, yeah.
And as I was writing him, I would like tell him to download shit. So I'd be like, download like some Nile, download some Metallica.
Nile,
Here's
yeah.
some Slayer. Here's like some Suicide Silence, or here's some
Yeah.
this
That's
or
why
that or whatever.
Slayer. Everybody should listen to Slayer. Die by the Sword.
And I don't give a fuck like who's out there. If you got like some shit to talk about it, the first Suicide Silence album is fucking amazing. I don't care how true you think you are. That shit fucking rips. But anyway, Jake had that on his iPod or his prison pod at one point. So if anybody,
Not my prison pocket.
his prison, but it was smuggled in the prison pocket. The prison pod was in the prison
At one
pocket.
point, it was in somebody's prison pocket.
Yeah. Maybe.
And then I just kept sending him stuff to listen to. And, I was going through my journey through heavy metal, playing shows, doing my thing. And he was still just like locked up doing his thing. And
All right.
I was getting close to him.
And you photoshopped some sweet pictures, like
Yeah,
for
we
a
did.
Waffle House.
yeah,
Waffle House.
me, Jake, and Obama visited a Waffle House at one point.
Those
Well,
those
it got
stickers.
okay. So funny about that was My dad's side of the family did not know I was in prison, probably for 4 years.
Well, I don't think we ever told Grammy.
Well, no, she knew.
Oh, she did?
Because you slipped up and told one of our cousins. Oh. So, anyway.
I just knew
So,
that.
Damn,
I mean,
Luke.
Fluky over here.
Loose Luke.
That's what they call me.
My dad's side of the family thought I was a hotel manager in Tallahassee.
I thought you were cutting trees.
I was cutting trees in Fort Walton Beach for a while.
Yep.
I was doing all this shit all over. I guess they were embarrassed to tell them I was in prison or something.
Wait till they see this.
Because they were
Get a load of this.
they're super fucking right wing fucking Christian prophecy fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
And I guess that doesn't go with that.
Revelations.
But, yeah, but nobody gives a fuck about our little family on my dad's side. So
That's why we're here.
who gives a fuck?
That's why we're in Florida.
Yeah.
So we started making plans for this thing called MDF. That was when we were still working together.
Yep.
It was getting close to like a year. Him being out, you got to buy tickets for it, like probably like 6 to 8 months out. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going like full fucking MVP package. Spent like all the money, getting all the wristbands, doing all the shit, getting everything lined up. And it's like, hey, we're doing this because the one thing that you need to get over like something that's bothering you is like you need a goal to work towards. And I thought this was like a really great thing for him to look forward to, and also a really great thing for me to look forward to because I saw him getting out as like the start of our actual relationship as brothers. And I was just really grateful for that like fourth chance that I got to like be there and like hang out and like be cool and be human together. And I was so pumped. I told him, and it got him through it. And like we were talking about it the whole time leading up to it, like through your work release and everything. And I'd bring him donuts while he was on work release, and like we'd drink coffee before you'd have to go to work, and then like I'd come up to like Clearwater like jacked up off of like fucking 4 apple fritters and like quadruple lattes from Lighthouse Donuts. Shout out to Lighthouse Donuts.
Shout out.
No, we never
Where was the work release?
Well,
at?
we never got quads. We ordered quads one day, lattes, and the guy goes, "We don't do that." Like it was just totally out of line that we wanted
Quadruple latte.
Yeah.
And we got through it, and we made it to the trip.
Yeah. Oh, that was amazing. Just kind of opened my eyes to that there's more to life than Pinellas County, Florida.
Yeah. Although
like-
the Pinellas County is a great place. This part of Florida is really great.
It's really great if you're like 60 and coming down to Ohio, and you're not an ex-con fucking scumbag piece of shit.
Or if you're a washed up WWE wrestler.
It is totally, yeah. Or a burned out fucking BTLS disc jockey.
Oh man. So what's next on the journey of Jake?
On the journey,
what are you looking forward to? Like what's
right now, me and my wife, Ryan James, shout out. Bow wow.
Bow wow.
We're moving to Philly on the 11th. Moving up to Philly, she's from there, and just more work opportunity for a piece of shit like me.
Yeah.
And she got a badass job up there, so like any city we go to, we know somebody we can stay with and ride the couch and shit like that. And it's been awesome. I've met a lot of fucking cool people just all over, and it just makes you want to be like, there's more to life than just right here, right now where I'm living at, where I've lived at my whole life. Because I mean, the house I'm living in right now is across the street from the house me and Luke grew up in.
What would you say to the 2007 Jake James who's sitting right here?
Oh shit!
Thank you.
It's been a
Thank
wild
you.
ride.
Oh yeah, no, it's been nuts, man. But I mean, it's just, who knows? I kind of believe in all that. Like, don't change. Like, I wouldn't change nothing. Just if that's how it worked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everything's been
Forged in steel.
been so good, man. Yeah, I would go through all that again to be where I'm at right now, basically.
Yeah,
forged in heavy
it's
metal.
been an epic journey, and
Yeah,
I feel
it
like
really
it's
has.
turned
I mean,
out for
the whole.
best.
I mean, the whole thing. It's like maybe someday I will do something with myself, but you know what I mean. But I mean, I'm doing the best I can for what it is, and I mean, I love it. I love my life right now more than anything. And
That's
I wouldn't
awesome,
change
man.
anything.
Hell yeah, dude. That was fucking legendary, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for
guys.
coming out, man.
Yeah,
I hope
thank
we-
you.
I hope we
Thanks for
fucking-
sharing, dude. I know
Yeah,
a lot
no
of people will
problem.
be able to take this and learn from it, and
Sure, there's a lot of people to relate to your story as well.
yeah, oh yeah,
I doubt it.
Hope not.
Hope not.
yeah.
But can I say one thing? Like, I know, he's leaving and he's moving on to the next chapter of his life.
Yep.
So I hope you
Cheers.
find what you're looking
Cheers,
for,
mate.
brother.
Cheers, boys.
Woo!
Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Never forget that.
Goddamn right.
Yeah. What'd you just say?